massaging my back trying to get these knots.
All right. Hey, welcome. It is Wednesday night, and it is time for some pirates. And so we are excited. Our group of amazing pirates has been in the Library of the Ether, a library that floats high above the clouds in Exandria and finds itself usually tethered together with many other buildings held aloft by a substance called Overbright. This school serves as a very good place for learning of young mages far away from pesky politics. Our characters, however, were invited up due to a unique life form that they had found slash helped create slash hooked up with somebody else and were investigating how best to care for them. They were directed to the library, accompanied by a dean as to disarm the library defenses and help with the exploration. However, about this time, there was an attack upon the school from some alien, some vampires from outer space, essentially, which we just love, some alien vampirates. And they, after surrounding, getting through the school, drove the deans away and drove our characters into the library, in which floating space and floating time has been their friend, if not sometimes inconvenient. Anyway, they have made their way from room to room, getting clues, and ultimately obtaining the map that would show them where best to take their new life form, Kea. However, it seems to be unreadable and seems to be at the same time hiding more of a room. So, having done ample research, we join our pirates now. However, before we get to this, Jajal.
Yes.
Well, is there anything Jajal wanted to do?
I, having heard the knowledge that it was a betrayer arm belonging to the current patron, interested, very much interested. However, the sole purpose of taking the power, the enhancements, was protecting my friends, my crew, my family. And so, having seen that everyone else was completely against it, like I'm conflicted, but also morally going to go with the choice to just leave it at bay. I don't want to break up the crew. So for now, it's still in the back of my head, but I did not move forward to try to grab it or steal it or anything.
From the conversations Calvin was trying to have,
Yeah.
you were just kind of like, all right. Very good. Is there anything Jajal wanted to research?
We got the book that Pyro has about the deities, which is something I was curious about. I know that Pyro's got that. And because that was obtained, I want to say like 2 sessions ago. And then,
and Pyro was reading it.
okay. So I was just going to take it when he was done. Outside of that, I don't feel that. I think I'm pretty good. I forgot the name of the curse eater though. Did we get an actual name?
There is a name. I was trying to remember. I think you guys did. Ibsena.
Ibsena? Curse eater. Awesome. Thank you.
Oh yeah, Stephen, if you want the cliff notes on all the items, I have it on my Google Doc.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
I think you are part of. Maybe not. I thought I'd given you guys access to it.
Oh. I am on it, but I don't know. I'm literally on it right now, but I don't know if.
In that case, within the research room, the last time gem spending its magic, the door is open. And what would you like to do?
Mal, who is still managing his board factor clearly, sneaks out a little bit and pokes around to see if anybody's outside.
Make a perception check.
Sweet. That's gonna be a 11. I am brilliant.
11. Seems quiet.
It's a strong start.
Yeah. The dice are with us today.
If I remember correctly, the research room or the records room is probably closest to the exit that we know the name of, from what I remember. If so, Dola would. I think we should go back to the research room. It would be our quickest exit for where we know.
Didn't we still want to go do the seeing through memories thing or no?
I mean, but it's the quickest one to the exit from which we remember. There was only a few rooms from where the book sorting room is, unless we knew the name of that room.
Why are we trying to leave? Don't we need to?
I mean, yeah, we do need to go back to obviously the curse eater, but after that, we need to find the quickest exit out of here.
So have an escape plan.
Yeah, the yoinkus.
I mean, but the records room didn't have an exit.
Right.
The records room was. I know it kind of felt like that, but as I recall, Matt conflated a couple things, and
It
so the
didn't have
records
a door.
room didn't actually have an exit the way we thought it did.
Correct. I mean, yeah, the idea is you go to the records room and you go out of that records room via the secret passage magic.
Okay.
Secret
It's
passage
meant
can
to.
change to where we want it to be, correct? Like depending on
If we
where-
know the name.
The
To another secret passage room.
Oh, okay.
The closest to the exit, I think, is Art. At least the closest one we know, I think, is Art.
Isn't
We'd
the closest
still-
exit just using the cube once we have access to the proper map?
I
We
mean-
need to-
Yes, but using the cube puts us in a plane that we're not sure our survivability of, that we can't use the cube again for another day.
Was
Maybe
there
that's a conversation the Curse Eater can enlighten us about.
was there any talk or any book that we read that had information about the astral plane? Like,
yeah, someone read one.
I was reading a lot on how to make our boat viable in the astral sea, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done for that.
but
And to make the environment breathable over a long period of time is like this is the impression I got is if we used something like the cube to jump planes, we could probably survive there for a few minutes before we had to figure out our own way of breathing. And I don't have that yet. So currently, I do not view the cube as a method of escape at the moment.
So
Okay.
instead, we're jumping to the elemental plane of Earth to find that particular rock you need.
Or we'd be getting out of the library and jumping down towards the water and breaking the bottle with the boat.
I am not free falling down there.
We have 2 belts.
I guess we could use the cloud magic that you have. Or like how long does that last for? I don't know.
I mean, we have the cane.
Oh yeah.
The Ornithopter.
I don't have it in my inventory, so I don't even remember.
That 5-foot flying.
Yes, Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
My only qualm with the cane is the vampires attacking us are a very, very slow descent down.
I would agree.
True.
If only we could look like something else.
What
Are
could
you
possibly be
suggesting-
intimidating enough moving at that speed?
Probably the septic system of the floating library.
I'm sorry, a what?
Well, I assume everybody here poops. But if it's floating, where else does it go?
The poop deck?
But
That's-
poop goes down. It's where else? I mean, where else do you empty the basins? Never mind.
The
That's
chamber pots. What are you
Yes.
talking about?
those. Yeah,
it's a
sure.
it's a pot.
And you throw it where? Outside.
Overboard. Well, you empty it overboard. You don't toss the pot each time.
So if you saw a giant turd just heading down towards the ocean, would you chase after it?
I don't
But
think anybody's going to believe a giant turd is just falling that slowly down to Exandria.
We're in a floating library. I didn't even know it existed yesterday.
I find a floating turd a little less convincing than a library.
I don't know about that, but anyway, I don't think anyone here can do it. Unfortunately, I don't. Never mind. So, in terms of the interrogation, is there any? What's our cutting line? Like, what is like an absolute no?
I mean,
We need to get it done as soon as possible, I think. Because the longer we stay in one spot, the more likely it is that Renesteel's buddies find us.
So that I saw the comment
True.
popped up there about the emergency override. The only thing I was told by the one who turns the page about the emergency override is that it disabled all defenses. Didn't say anything about going back down to the water level. It just said it disabled the defenses, which is not what I'm wanting to do right now, because there's a lot of vampires that want to murder us. That sounds like a terrible emergency plan.
Do we want to bring the curse eater with us?
No.
We don't have any way to shackle them to us. Once we set them loose, they're likely to just go about their own business.
Maybe we could make a deal like that other demon we saved in the bowels of that wretched creature.
Well, the problem is there is a demon, but there's also a person. And persons aren't as easily and as strictly bound by contracts.
Okay, but
And-
400 years is a long time to just be staring at the same wall.
Of the two, the demon seemed more logical.
Right. The demon seemed more the reasonable one, which is concerning.
To say the least.
can we have this curse undone while leaving this person chained in place?
I mean, we
Not
haven't
while
had the
within
negotiation.
stasis.
We haven't had the full negotiation, but I was at least told by her that she could not remove the curse while bound.
We don't know if that's a lie or not.
Yeah, that sounds like a trick. I would say that.
As I said, I don't know the details. We haven't actually had the negotiation yet.
We could certainly ask Zanathriak and see if he's more forthcoming. But I don't see him wanting to stay in stasis with Athena longer than he needs to.
I also don't know the nature of their contract with each other, whether he would be able to leave her, or whether he would be capable of removing the curses without her in the first place. There are so many details here, I don't know.
That logbook you were reading seemed to mention that it was her ability, not his. He came along at some point whilst she was eating curses. If I recall correctly.
So, I think now the only thing to do is to go start that conversation. As much as I'd like to not have to do that, us twiddling our thumbs here isn't accomplishing anything.
Agreed.
Just to recap, we're going to negotiate with a lady who eats curses and is infected. What's the word here? With a demon.
Possessed.
Right, yeah, there's a word for that, sure.
Symbiotic.
And then we're going to have her open up the map because there's a room inside the map, which may be also a map. Then we're going to get the hell out of here before anything catches fire more than it has. And then go find the stuff necessary to go explore the astral plane, which we're not sure if we can breathe in or not. Is that kind of where we're going, like roughly?
I mean, sort of. Once we get the room opened, we'll have to spend time in the room. I don't think we'll be able to use the room. Like, it's not like make the deal, eat the curse, and then bail.
Do we have to do that here is my question, or can we do it in both?
I am not familiar with how to unfold rooms. That seems to be a thing that the library does.
Where's that damn dean after all?
So,
I mean,
I
could take-
fighting the vampires that we left on the outside.
Well, there's that.
I mean, I could take a look and try to reach her, but I don't even know where to start to ask and tell her where we've been.
I don't see any point in trying to deceive her. Just tell her we found the restricted section and found the map in which the map we need is hidden in.
I mean,
And that we don't have
see.
insurance.
I mean, look. One might say that in the experience of looking through the library for this thing, we weren't finding it, and we were being chased by the vampirates, and so we ended up going into the forbidden section as our only option. We were forced into it as we were running from the vampires while trying to protect the Star Child.
I like this story. It's a good story.
I don't care how we spin it. I just think we need to be direct about it. I don't know how flippant the magic is that Thol is casting. If it's a continuous conversation or if it's limited in any way.
I'm trying to write out 25 words right now.
now, I guess I have two questions right now. Well, the first one is, did we get a name for the demon also?
Yeah, Zathriak.
Zathriak.
Do we tell her that we're about
Or
to talk?
Zanathriak, excuse me.
Zanathriak?
Yeah.
Are we going to tell her about the cursed woman that we are talking to and making a deal with? Or should it be obvious that they probably put this restriction?
I can only assume she would know, seeing as this was her main pillar building, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? This was Nora's, the library was Nora's main building of the school?
No.
No? Okay.
You went to her main building, which was her. She was the dean of Ether, but the library is shared by all the deans.
Oh, okay.
For the second question, now, if we were to just kind of open the map away from us, in front of the Curse Eater, while she had her eyes open, and she inadvertently read the map, would she then have to eat the curse herself to get that off, thus lifting the curse? Like if we tricked her into reading it?
I don't understand the nature of the stasis she's being held in, so we can certainly try that. But we also have no way to force her to look at it.
I could be really quick. Just bah!
I think we should make our way there.
I do have something that it could write, but I do have more words that we could possibly fit in. But I will start casting. Sending. And what was the DM's name? I mean, I guess I don't even need to really know her name, but know her likeness. All right. So Dola will say, Are you okay? We were forced into the forbidden chamber. We found the map hidden within. We are working our way out to hopefully undo the spell.
I am fine. A little injured. Had to leave the college as I think all did.
Dola will probably look very surprised.
Don't let her out.
Oh, damn.
I was waiting for that.
All right. Well, so Dola will look very surprised and a little shocked. And she doesn't say anything yet, but the expression is definitely on her face.
Just stay in the library.
And she won't say anything unless anyone says anything to her, really.
Did the spell work? Is she alive?
That didn't last long.
Yeah, we saw you talking out loud, so
She did get a response. I did get a response. I know, but she let us know that it isn't the best thing to leave. And we must keep the Star Child here. And everyone else has left the college.
how much more magic do you have available to you? We have a bit of a problem. We can't just sit in the library. The vampires are after Kea and thus us. And the library has proven that it doesn't actually keep them out. So we need some kind of solution. Whether it's the one that she doesn't want us to take or she provides us with another. Well, one way or another, we need to find a way either down safely or a way to release the map from the other map, from the unreadable one.
Well, I think it's best that we take the opportunity to remove the curse from who we know to get it done.
Because realistically, the thing causing my blindness is also a curse, if I'm not mistaken, from what you understood of it when you tried to remove it. If she can
Yeah.
remove that from me too, in the deal, I wouldn't mind, and then we can say fuck all to the pieces of Redis.
Tonk. All of you are staying there, and you're looking at Canestrella. And he's just sitting there, and in a second, his head just perks up, eyes wide, a look of fear on his face. At the same time, a hand comes right in your peripheral, white, black clawed. In an instant, you're able to push yourself away. Another one comes up. You see coming up from below you. You quickly grab it and you push yourself back about 10 feet. And standing there is this black plated individual, long black hair, large sword, fangs bared.
Is this the same guy Mal and I saw in PK's room?
Looks the same. Looks of a similar type.
Okay.
And Cashier just says, "Oh shit." You can roll for initiative.
I feel that spiritually.
Just, oh shit.
Because he could not meet the armor class of Tonk. but he
That's so
did beat the
tough.
perception
Oh,
check.
nice.
Taking Artificer. Let's
I'm
go.
starting with this 20,
Oh,
and I'm
Matt.
probably never going to hit one in another 2 sessions.
Matt, I switched the feet already. What are we doing about the other part of it for now? Of the things we talked about?
Yeah.
We just holding off for the time being for the second half of it?
Yeah, that's gonna come. I've got some stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I switched the
So,
feet
let's
out
see
already.
here. I see Jajal's initiative has come in. Has anyone else rolled?
I'm using my fancy die,
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled.
so I've got an 18.
18.
Also 18.
Okay.
22.
Sorry,
I
oh, this is
don't think I've ever gotten
Beyond.
above you both. First time for everything.
What did Mount
You actually got above.
18 from out.
18.
Oh, yeah,
They
that
just
one
added
time
a
you rolled
feature where
horribly.
if you roll initiative, it comes automatically into combat.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you're using the encounter builder. Okay, we'll do.
I guess I'll do that. Definitely at least initiative.
Yeah, at least for initiative.
It's all good.
23.
23.
Oof. Almost went before your entire party of compatriots that all get a boost to their initiative, Thola.
Yeah, I know. Just still at 2. Yeah, that's why I was playing a Currency Wizard. I was like, wow, level 2 plus 5. This is great.
Was that whiskey, Mal?
Oh, that is a dry white wine, bone dry,
Oh boy.
Nice.
no sugars.
So, Tonk, you see this thing. You're 10 feet away from it. And I'm going to get a visual of the room. It is incoming, but we'll, as you see right now. But what would you like to do?
A individual wearing heavy plate. Poor choice. Poor choice, my friend. Heat metal.
I love it.
At what level, though?
Yes.
Yes, level.
At 3rd level, because that's as high as I can go right now.
You got it. All right, 3rd level. All right, that just goes directly on them. There's no saves involved in that because they can't drop their armor.
Right. So, we're gonna roll that damage.
Eventually, bad guys will start having cast-off armor.
Do not get the mic this.
So,
Yes, but-
17 fire damage.
Oh, it's on initial and then each turn after that?
I believe
Yeah.
so, right? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, it's
Well,
a full
bonus
action,
action.
now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
then
full
bonus.
action now. It's a bonus action later.
Yes.
Oh, but as long as they have it on, they have disadvantage on stuff, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Good spell.
And then what do I yeah, then I'm gonna just in the middle of this room.
All right, let me get you your sights here. Where it needs to be. It's dark.
You guys see the new Keldrum?
I see
Oh, that's nifty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the standing one with the rifle?
Yeah, on the left with the rifle, yeah.
Nice.
The orc with blonde hair and a gold rifle. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in the middle of the room. I'll just drop a healing bloom.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then I'm gonna actually step all the way up to him.
Okay.
Like, you caught me by surprise, and I jumped. But let's do this shit now.
Absolutely. All right. And then does that end your turn?
So, if you could look at like the sort of 10-foot circle, I would have. I say I dropped the bush in the middle of the room. I would have done it so that it hit more of the party. I think that's sort of one-sided and is missing like Jajal and Pyro. I would have put it a little bit more.
The bush to hit the most of the party. That is tough. For the 10 feet. There we go. Better?
Yeah, move it more like right behind the dude. About right there. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, cool. Good.
I think Caldrum, you might be the only one not in the range of that bush right now.
That's all right. I don't want to be in the range of him, so
Fair.
I appreciate you looking out, though.
All right. Okay. Annoyed, at the end of your turn, he swipes to try to grab you again, and is unable to, as you're able to just move out of his way very easily.
let's go Tonk.
All right, then Thola.
All right. Take it most of everyone's 30 feet of me. I'm gonna cast. She like touches her pendant and shining light, and maybe ravens come around you. I cast bless at 3rd level, so we're all blessed.
Let's go.
Thank you.
And then she will move over to Tonk, but as she does, she touches the back for her tattoo, and she becomes incorporeal for ghostly form.
Nice. Okay. And then at the end of your turn. All right,
Nice.
he's gonna try to grab Tonk again.
Don't forget your D4 if you need it.
This is gonna be for 20.
I will War Mage and tell him to fuck off.
So what's War Mage give you? Just armor class?
It's +2, so that bumps my AC up to 21.
Okay. Something in D&D Beyond is off then, which is cool. Because I have your AC at 18 currently.
Yeah, that's D&D Beyond shows me it's 19. So
Fun. D&D Beyond.
Are you using the DM screen? Is that why, Matt?
It could be, but it should
that
show me.
Chrome extension?
No, I'm using
Oh,
their,
okay.
their encounter builder.
Oh, that
no
is odd.
worries. As long as cool. Then perfect. That's okay. It's his turn now. See what he wants to do here. Yeah, he's gonna go for it because he's just under the metal burning, singeing his skin as he's trying to grab this little gnome that will not cooperate. He goes, why don't you just join my side? I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
D4.
I'm assuming this is magic.
It is magic, yes.
Hee
Nice.
hee hee.
Gnomes.
I am
Adventures.
gnome.
Huh?
Let me roar.
So that's 20.
Is that with the D4?
That's without the D4. Hold on. Let me. Okay, so 21.
21. Okay, that saves.
We're so close.
We are at very tough fights now, boys.
All right. Hey there, Sinji. Pyro, so here's the thing. Generally, I let the characters fade in the back. If Pyro's going to be doing stuff, Pyro can die.
Ooh.
So you need to let me know, buddy. So I don't accept okay. You have to you need to type like put Pyro in. I need explicit permission. At any rate,
I do nothing.
I do.
Can you imagine dies in campaign via Twitch chat?
All right. In that case, he's going to go ahead and try to grab Tonk again since that did not work.
How many actions?
You might say they're legendary.
You might. You might.
Man, 20. Not going to make it.
Mm.
He's disadvantaging all these too. All right, then Caldrum, it is your turn.
Okay. Seeing the ravens wrapping around Soul Forger, I'm gonna unload.
All right.
Fully with Deadeye Sharpshooter.
I want to tell you right now, there's a strange. Actually, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Nope. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
$29 damage.
Okay.
Second shot, same thing. That's a natural 20. So that gives me an extra die, so that's... Shit. Quick maths. Uh, 59.
Nice.
And I get a grip back. Action surge. Repita otra vez. All the same. Yeah, 29 to hit on that one.
That hits.
27 damage.
Nice.
Final attack. $18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay. Ooh, nice. That's near max damage.
Good chunk.
39 damage. And all these shots, you see the ravens like spiraling around the bullet as they strike, because it was literally blessed that it made that last one hit.
I'm sorry. Crap. What was the last bit of damage?
39, because it was an 11 and a 12 plus 16, so 23 plus 16.
And then. Tonk, what was the damage? Do you remember that you did to it before?
17 fire.
17 fire. Okay, perfect. Helped out a bit, but not enough. As it, you're just firing at this thing, and totally surprised, not ready for it, and the forum just explodes into mist.
When will your kind learn to stop fucking with us? Thola, quickly. Douse its mist form. Or did it
Yeah.
fully disappear?
No, it's in mist form.
No, yeah, once she saw that, she would have grabbed a.
Well,
holy
it's
flag.
still initiative.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay. So, Caldrum, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Awesome. The mist moves 20 feet, going to the nearest way to get out of there. It's mist. It can go through Mal. It can go through any of them. He'll go that direction. So he'll go towards Renistor. Yeah. Yep. Okay, there you go. So, whoom, past Ranasteel, the mist flies.
Into the wall?
There's a door there.
Oh, okay.
I thought you told me there's a door. I wanted him to go towards the door. That's fine. He does. He's missed for him. Sorry, guys. All right, so go ahead and Mal, it's your turn.
Well, taking sword swipes at mist generally doesn't work very well for me. Is there like a really bright light in the room, like a sunlight sort of a thing by chance?
There is not. You spent much time in this room. You have not seen a sunlight.
So the signaling mirror in my backpack probably would be of no value at all at this point, right?
The what?
The signaling mirror, the little ship-to-ship signaling mirror.
Oh, no, there's no sunlight in here.
All right. Now steps out of the way, away from the mist, realizing he's basically useless.
Okay. All right. At the end of Mal's turn, it's going to take another 20 feet of movement. Away. It's going to go the best it can to get out. All right. In that case, it's going to be actually, I'm sorry, Renasteel goes, and he just kind of looks at all of you, kind of goes, "I've got nothing. I don't." And Jajal, it's your turn.
Are we gonna chase after him or let him go, guys?
Oh, sorry, at the end of Renasteel's turn, it's going to move another 20 feet. Another 20 feet, yeah. So there we go.
Can you kill mist?
Chase it if you still have Thola's holy water.
Well, what if it's gonna lead us towards? I don't know.
If you have holy water, try and douse it.
I don't have any of that on me.
I mean, I remember giving some people some, but I don't know who used what, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't have it in my inventory.
I don't have.
Mhm.
So you could always take it off my person.
How much you doing?
Well, It's an action to grab the holy water, right? Off of Thola.
Yeah, especially since I would be reaching for it as soon as I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this case, yeah, I'll. So what I'll do is run past Thola while trying to grab the holy water, if I can grab it, and then just keep up with it. I'll then I'll use my movement, and then bonus action dash to see if I can keep up with it. Because
Okay.
then that would be what 30 feet, and then another 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So 60 feet total. All right. We can't see on the camera. So. There we go. Yep. You're definitely right up at the mist.
Okay.
All right, so whew, you rush, you see this mist flowing quickly away. You're right up there with the holy water having used, so you've used that the end of your turn.
Yeah, I mean, until I can make any other actions, my process is to catch up to it and throw the holy water onto it.
All right, Tonk.
I'd like to move through the doorway and look at the mist.
Okay.
Malad said he'd gotten out of the way of the doorway.
So Tonk
Yep.
goes
Yeah.
into the doorway and just takes a peek. All right. Yeah, so you see this mist just flying down.
So I would like to target a so I don't know if this is going to work or not. We'll see. First of all, in this mist form, I assume I'm not able to continue to use heat metal because he's mist form, or does the metal still innately exist?
Correct. It's not going to work here.
Okay. What I don't know, I don't know if this is going to do anything, but I have Tidal Wave.
Okay.
And in the in the text here, it says it knocks it prone, but I have the feeling that hitting a gas cloud with a wave of water would interact with the gas cloud in some way. Push it back, restrain it, slow it, something. I'm dousing this gas cloud in water with a tidal wave.
Is that a dexterity saving throw by chance?
It is.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
When
Just
Jajal just casually dives through your tidal wave, just very gracefully, just backwards dive through it into a backflip and then landing, very gracefully in a 3-point landing.
Okay, so Jajal's right in that tidal wave, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, but it's a dex save. I trust Jajal.
And so it begins.
And you're blessed.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So it continues because Pyro fireballed you in the Sphinx fight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Look,
In the session where I took 0 damage.
you're a rogue with evasion. Like you've gotten to the point.
That's fair. I knew what I signed up for.
Probably not, but you've at least accepted it. At this point.
I'm trying to make myself feel better.
Oh, you just have to make yourself feel better. We don't feel bad at this point.
Okay, it's not what you said; it's how you said it.
It's one of those. It's a good joke, a great joke, even.
Okay, so you're casting that. So it's a dex save, so Jajal can make a dex save.
Yep.
Alrighty. So that's a 21.
You're good.
plus- So total 22.
You're good.
Nice.
Back to this. Okay, so let me make it dex save. All right, so it's going to get a 26 on its dex save.
Dang, showed you
It
up.
it also it saves. I mean it does take half damage, but you know.
Yeah, so it's not the mist will not take damage, and it's able to manipulate itself away. not
Oh, it
using
has
the
evasion
force.
too. Fantastic.
Well, mist just can't take damage.
Thanks for
Alright.
the shower.
Well, that's all I got. I'll move further into the hallway, but just so I'm not blocking the door.
Okay. Well, actually, I guess it does take damage there theoretically, but it's very interesting the way vampires work. So we'll have something on it. All right. Cool. All right.
Well, so if it does take damage, the damage roll is 13.
Yeah. All right. I got it. Thola.
All right. Well, Thola sees it go through the bookcases and the door and all that, and she's still incorporeal, so she's just gonna go straight through and get on him.
Okay.
Do you have more holy water?
I have tons of holy water. That's like the first thing I did. The first 3 levels was, why do you think I needed so much gold?
All right. So Thola runs through. What's Thola's movement?
30.
30. So Thola moves 30.
She's gonna like beeline straight through. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the beeline. About 10 feet away.
All right. Well, I have enough feet to throw the holy water, so she will do that. It's a range attack here, I believe.
Okay.
Douse, spray, gargle.
What is this, WWE? I'm just gonna put it and spit it out my mouth.
Whatever works.
All right,
Make
hold
the
on.
attack roll.
Yep. Ooh. And I'm gonna take that +4. 19 plus 3, 22.
Very nice. In that case, yeah, the
It was 8 damage for radiant.
all right. The water moves out, and it spreads out, and you see the cloud itself like be like start to like crackle a little bit, but it's still there.
And
So actually, it crackles a lot. Like you dealt a significant blow to it, so it's like
Right.
It's holding on though.
okay. And just want to make sure there's nothing I can really do with my bonus action. I'll just stand there.
All right. So therefore, the end of your turn, your sword begins to vibrate. It is now its turn. This is very interesting. So I think what it wants to do here. Yeah. Okay. So the mist goes, starting to seep through the walls of the outside wall here. It's going to move out, but to jaw, you technically had opportunity attack here.
Woohoo! And I just get to throw it on him? Dope.
Yes, you do. and you could take a
well,
D4.
this would be in a
It'd just be
melee range.
Okay,
you
yeah.
Four.
So this would be
Yeah,
a disadvantage.
shatter. No, it's because
Shatter.
it's within 5 feet or
Okay,
20.
so-
Throw it
okay.
20 feet.
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Which I'm not sure which to roll. Is it?
It would be D20. It's a like plus. It's an improvised weapon.
Yeah, so it's just plus dex, right?
Yeah, which I think I had to add it.
Or I guess the
Higher.
strength technically.
Yeah, there you go.
Because
Strength?
finesse. Yeah, so it's gonna be a strength because you're just trying to shatter it.
And then plus the D4 if you have it.
That's a 10.
That will miss it.
Dang.
Oh, glass vial against a stone wall doesn't break?
Wait, it just says as an action, you can splash the contents of this flask onto the creature within 5 feet of you, or throw it up to 20 feet.
Yeah, as an
Shattering it on impact.
Yeah, you're right. As an improvised.
It says
weapon.
in either case, make a ranged attack against a creature.
Okay.
So it would be
Still-
dex based.
So
Okay. So dex base, does it change it if it's dex? What's it go
Yeah.
to if it's dex?
I mean, one's a -1 and one's a +5, so it would have been
14?
15.
15?
no, it's
15
not
will
enough.
miss. Okay.
Okay.
Easy enough. So
Unlucky.
it shatters. It just shatters away from it, right?
Gotcha.
Where this goes through, and
We
the
make
mist
jokes for
passes
days.
through the wall.
Well, at least we tried.
Well, the thing is, other people can pass through walls in this party right now.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. If everyone really wants me to follow, because I will.
If we can take this thing out, like,
The problem is you don't know what's on the other side of this wall.
Exactly.
Right. So I'm just letting you know, like you are not aware of what would. That,
For sure. For sure.
At any rate, Cowjum.
Go into the hallway to see what has happened.
Okay. So with Cowjun out.
Assuming I can make it.
Yep. And then Mal. Well, I guess at this point we're just kind of exit. Anybody doing anything?
Not if they tell me it ran through if it floated through the wall.
This would be Cowjun, Mal, or Jajal. Any of you doing anything?
Dolo was just going to look back and point at Jajal and said, Jajal missed.
Oh, it would have been a 16. I don't know if it makes any difference.
Yeah, because of +1, but I don't think it does.
16 does not make it.
Okay, just making sure. Thank you.
Nope.
Well,
Good-
no.
good
I'm just gonna give the wall the finger. I guess there's not much else I can do.
Okay. In that case, anything from Tonk or Thola?
I was just going to ask if they wanted me to follow it, and then I was going to get ready to touch my back, but also warn them that, I don't know what's on the other side, obviously.
No, it's not worth it. In case, what if you get hurt?
That's a what if. Possibilities. Maybe death is on the other side.
Yeah. So mechanics here is that you all cause 2 failed death saves
Mm,
based on taking magical damage and then taking holy water on it.
And I will also mention that my sword, Findala, started vibrating when it was near it.
does it talk to you?
It can. It has been since the island, but maybe once or twice on the boats.
All right. If there's nothing else, then we can end the combat. So, a little out of breath, a little surprised. What would you like to do?
Either ask Nora for a different solution or we go to the Curse Eater.
I do not think there is any other solution. We should go to the Curse Eater.
But Nora might be able to. Well, I mean, she's not here, but like, this can't be the only way, right?
I mean, I can ask if you truly want me to.
And so, with who did we lose? Oh, never mind. Sorry, the screen's just changed. Never mind.
Oh.
I thought we lost it for a second. So the vampires are permeating this entire castle. Are we not concerned that there's powerful artifacts for them to take and use against us?
I mentioned that.
Should we not
We
just load up everything and just leave?
We didn't think it wise collectively to take it upon ourselves to become the warden of such artifacts. They do have defenses, but
I mean, it doesn't seem to be working. What if we just donated it all to Davy Jones? They don't like the water.
that is true. But we were hoping to, or at least Tonk and Pyro were hoping to be able to potentially come back and study here. I think that might get us banned.
Oh.
If there's a here left to study, though, right? So, like,
They all dipped.
she at least temporarily is bailing, so we may be on our own.
So is this our first act of pirateering since I've joined? We take over the
Already
library.
pirated. Come on, don't pretend you didn't.
I'm just trying to bring that up again. I know we talked about it, but they're able to go through the walls, they could find us, creep out of the floor, the woodwork. I don't know if I really want to have anything used against me like that, but
And if we're going to the Curse Eater, maybe part of the deal can be them eating the curses on those items, so that way we can use them for the power they provide and then relinquish them should we want to.
And
That, the
possibly
combination...
up a demon.
and possibly what?
Fuel up a demon. Like, maybe more curses is more power for this bastard. So we don't know whether or not we're actually just feeding him what he wants by giving him all the cursed items.
Exactly. You say they can eat the curses from the weapons, but the concern is the power they are getting from eating the curses.
So here's
What's to stop them from eating them once we make our deal anyways?
If we
And then-
unchain them, they should.
I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Like, if say we like, oh no, we're not going to free you, and then we leave, and then Vampire comes up and is like, hey, I really don't care if you're free. Here, eat all this. Now you're super strong. Now you're on my side. So
And
they
then
just
they have all those artifacts.
and the Curse Eater and the Demon all on their side.
The combination of that mask and sword seemed quite dangerous.
I just wanted to touch the subject again before we made a final decision.
Maybe throwing them out the window isn't such a bad idea.
And we can just hope none are paying close enough attention to catch them.
Ola, can you send another message to Nora?
What would you like me to say, Tonk?
The vampires are in the library, continuing assault. Forbidden section vulnerable. Need reinforcements or we bail and give ground.
Lisa Baz, over.
I was writing that down, but I could just say that she says that verbatim, and then adds going to remove the curse from the Curse Eater, and like if she has okay with like okay, at the end. She do that. And I gotta spend that spell. So hold on.
It's best that you die there than let her out.
Damn.
items, we don't know what to do with them. So we locked them up. It's keeping evil from this world. Guard them for the rest of your lives. Be noble. Or until we can get back.
She'll actually start, like, maybe during the end, she'll start saying what was said to her and kind of just being, again, in shock because it's even, like, getting more dreary now.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, there are worse places to die.
That's my least favorite thing to do.
Not like you don't have other options. What do you want, number 7 now?
They all count, okay? It doesn't matter how many.
I've seen you do much stupider things.
Then die.
That was voluntary.
This could be too.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I wanted to do those things.
Right.
Here's the thing with that option. We die, the vampires could still just release her.
That's fair.
And then we died for nothing. And I don't know about you, but I still have goals that I'd like to achieve. I know your prospect of procreating with Cassandra isn't high up on your list. But I've got things that I'd like to accomplish. And after the vision that the mages gave me of my father, I'd like to at least get to check in on him.
So, while they're having this conversation, Tonk doesn't join in this conversation. Tonk turns to the librarian, the automated librarian.
Well, you have to go. You go to find them, but yes.
Well, no, I have the one that's following me.
Toe tip
that
or
one.
yours?
Yes. Your automated librarian. Yes.
And I just start barking orders about grabbing all of the metal scrap in the Forbidden Archive room where we blew up the Sphinx, and you said there was metal scrap around.
Mhm.
And I just start using my tools and fortifying the room that has the forbidden items.
Okay.
I am just reinforcing this
you walk
room.
all the way there, yeah. So you go over there in that direction.
And like, nah, if we have to defend this place, I'm building fucking fortifications.
Wait, so Tonk, I got a question here. This is gonna sound stupid, but like, if we have a bunch of evil artifacts and we touch them, bad things happen. Can your little metal friend there touch them and nothing bad happens?
I don't know.
Like, if you wanted him to huck them out the window, or carry them for us for a while, or
Here's the thing. It took luck and skill to get the first item out of containment.
Hmm.
Even if this dude could hold it and be safe,
yeah, okay.
one of us would need to touch it to pull it out, or set
Right.
off this place's alarms.
Blowing things up didn't set
Not
off
if we
alarm.
pull the override.
Well,
Yeah. The override may be what's keeping them in there right now. Like, some kind of defense might be keeping them constrained at this point. We don't know.
Thola, how many more times can you contact Nora before you're spent?
I'm afraid that I'm already spent.
Tonk, I need to talk to you. I
Okay.
kneeled down to get eye level with Tonk. Out of respect, it was,
Neil?
you know what I get to eye level. Tonk, I I understand your trepidation about these items, but if we stay here, Kea dies.
In the short term, Kea can be fed by the tear in the room right there. Our impatience could lead to the Curse Eater and these weapons falling into the hands of the vampires.
Kea is their target, the primary target. Everything else is secondary at this point. It's her, then killing us, and then probably just collecting those as, loot, treasure. I'm uncomfortable with this entire ordeal.
They may not be the primary objectives, but we have seen this organization. They will use and exploit everything they find. We repel this assault, or we wait for reinforcements. The one they just sent at us has to be some kind of leader. This is a tier above what we've fought to this point. They are running out of resources.
Didn't they say there were hundreds?
Renesteel talks. He just goes, "No, they are not running out of resources."
I mean, all
That
of
was,
the
if you call that a tier above, he's middle at best.
Dole would remind everyone that all the teachers left, and it's definitely. I mean, and she'll relay that. If they left, why should we die for their library?
Instead of them staying to die here with it.
Right. If they were cowardly, but
The reason is because I don't want the next time I get ambushed by a fucker like that for him to be carrying that sword and wearing that mask.
I've said my piece, and I will support the collective decision of the crew. You are all of my family. But I think that if we want to keep them out of their hands, we either need to drop them somewhere off or lock them away on the Kestrel or something like that. But that's just my take. I'll support everyone here.
Here's an option. We take them. We fuck off to another plane with the cube. We survive a day there, leave them there, and come back. And hope we end up in some place not vampire infested. We needed to make a trip to the plane of Earth anyway for your atmospheric rock. As well as
Excuse me.
we can
a metal
always take-
elemental's heart to maybe make some of your infusions permanent.
If we can make them disappear, I'm down with that.
Renestale, what would your people do with these items?
Whatever they want.
What would the damage toll be if they got this sword?
Cool sword. I don't know what that sword is.
I had this note.
Sort of cost.
Yeah, I mean, it is a sword of cost, but Renesteel does not know what that's.
Yeah.
That is the sword.
Did any of us know what it was? Specifically?
I don't think you ever heard of it, and Renesteel's not heard of it either. He's
Okay.
not aware of what it is.
It is the sword of Kos. It is able to destroy divine body parts. It must be bathed in blood, or it drives its wielder into rage.
Well, that wouldn't be a problem.
The blood part, you mean?
Right.
Any of it.
As far as the divine, to be honest, it might ultimately solve your problem.
Oh, what?
Well, I can't know this for certain. But at least a few of them, I would imagine, might try to go back home with a weapon like that. Or at least the one wielding it. Others of us would never go back. So, I don't know how to answer your question. We mean, are they going to increase in power should they get a powerful artifact? Of course they will.
Here,
And then I guess at this point, he'll look at you, Mal, and he goes, Captain, I will not let the Kea perish, or let you all let her perish.
I mean, tactically speaking, sieges always favor the defender. But if you're telling me we've got an infinite number of bad guys out there, that's not true anymore. So we can't just hole up here and hope the whole thing blows over. So escape should be an option. If you've got a better option, put it forward.
Can we destroy them?
Escape is fine with me.
None of us have the kind of power needed to destroy things like that.
Would we not be able to find it here?
If the colleges have been wrested from this place, I don't see any reason why they won't be able to move this library over to the island eventually.
Oh, their island?
Right.
Oh.
With one of the Kanafaya, wouldn't it take long to do so?
It almost sounds like we need to override.
Tonk, I've got a really stupid question, and I mean this in my absolute rarest form. This overbright stuff that makes the place float, can you turn it off?
It isn't what's making this library float. The Overbright holds up the Dean's Towers, but this library runs on older magic.
Okay. So there may be, or maybe there is a way to just cut the power out, the whole thing sink, right? What do you think that override actually does?
All right. You know what? We seem to be having more questions about this override. Let's go back to the one who turns the page.
Uh-huh. So if you told me it powers the whole thing down and the whole thing sinks into the sea, if we're close enough to a window, that's okay. I'm not opposed to sabotage if no one else gets it.
All right. So let's go back to the one who turns the page.
Okay, you're able to find them there. Going ahead and organizing books.
Excuse me.
Yes.
We're in a tight spot, and we need more details on what exactly the emergency override does.
You did retrieve that memory. Yes. It lowers the defenses. Powers everything down.
And what happens when everything, like, what all gets powered down?
I see. Well, tell me, that would be all the defenses would be linked back to the primary crystal, so all enchantments on the library would cease to function.
Including its ability to float?
Yes.
Now we're talking.
So in theory, if I pulled that switch, this library would plummet into the sea below.
Correct. It's a good thing that you found that piece for me.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask this just for your opinion, because we've been asking everybody because we're running short on options. We are currently being assaulted by vampires that have the ability to get in through the walls of this place. They're after what we are carrying, but they would also be interested in all of the forbidden items that are currently contained up there, and would probably let the Curse Eater out.
Tonk, if the crystal powers everything down, the Curse Eater's getting out no matter what.
I'm aware.
We may as well make the deal with them first, then.
Ooh, and then don't tell him about it. Haha.
So,
Leverage.
all of the other deans and the other colleges have fled. We are not expecting reinforcements anytime soon, but would very much not like the vampires to get a hold of what's in the forbidden section. Can you think of any other options than hitting the override and dropping this thing into the ocean?
Let's see here it thinks. I mean, I'd like to come with you so I don't go into the ocean.
Cool. You're come along. That's fine.
Yes. Goes, it's funny what a little change in programming will do.
Right. Cool. Let's go make a deal.
Yep. Because you gave them that piece, they no longer have protect the library in their programming.
Oh, nice.
It is go explore the world. So. All right, you make your way to the prisoner hold. Nope. Or no.
All right, ma'am. We're here to discuss some of the options that were laid on the table earlier.
Yes.
Epsina, was it? Or should we speak to Xanathriac?
Yes. Anyway, you talk to me right now. This is Epsina.
Obviously, we need this map. We need the curses removed from the map. In order to do that, I'm told you have certain bargain minimums.
Yes. Just let me out. And I'll eat it.
Question
That's all.
for you. Can you sense a curse on me?
You want me to... Oh. Looks at you. Yes. I'll eat that as well.
Hi, I was quiet last time we met. Do we... What... Do you have a contract with that demon? And if you do, what is it?
The stipulations of the contract are confidential.
Can you please tell me?
No. I won't. Neither was she. No, I can't. I'm sorry.
See, here's the deal. I don't imagine that it serves your contract for you to be in chains here. I imagine the struggle for either of you to uphold your end of the contract. It's got to be a little rough in here for what, 400 years? How's the contract going? I mean,
Well, it's not going well. But if you want me to help you directly, that we can do a different arrangement.
no, but see, if I know anything about you and your compatriots, is that I imagine you simply wish this contract done so that you can go home. You can reap your reward, and then you are no longer trapped here.
That's right. So let me out. I'll eat the curse. What's the problem?
Well, see, knowing the stipulations of your contract, that might help us be more comfortable with actually letting you out to finish your contract.
I can't tell you. She can't tell you.
Why can't the demon just end the contract?
Oh, that's not how contracts work. So she can't tell me, but I am telling you that if you tell me, we would be more likely to release her and you so that you can go home.
Sorry, mutual confidentiality.
NDAs are a bitch.
Seriously. Now,
Fucking lawyers.
neither of us can speak. Suffice to say, we're in this together now. No, they can just let me out. No, shut up. Let me out. And I'll take care of these little curses for you. It won't even take a moment.
All right, so I'm curious. I'm curious. She wants to eat the curses. You've said you want out, but do you want her to eat the curses?
Do I want to eat the curses? I don't care if she eats the curses or not. Out would be good. Or you could just kill her now. That would work too.
Oh, I see. So we can't kill her.
Tonk, if I shoot her now, well, the stasis will keep her alive, yes?
I'm gonna go back to the book. I want to be clear on that. I don't want to make that mistake incorrectly.
I mean, there's not really a gunshot to the gut clause in the book. But, the stasis field likely wouldn't let any damage come to her in the first place.
I don't. You shooting her, I don't think would kill her, but it also wouldn't involve her being shot.
Epsina, how do we know you'll keep your word and eat these curses once we release you, and you won't just flit off with your magic as soon as the stasis field is broken?
Because why would I pass up a good meal? It makes no sense.
All right, so here's the deal. I don't trust you. I mean, I don't trust him either. But he's more bound to the contract than you are. So good sir, let's make a deal.
All right. What do you want?
If I let you out, you and her, you eat the curse on the map and the curse on this good sir, and you do not harm us or eat any other curses in this building.
We have a problem there. I can speak for myself. I can't speak for her. So, she eats curses. I don't eat curses.
Ipsena,
So then you're of no
Yes.
use to us, Zanathriak.
I can honestly, being trapped in here for 400 years, has that been worth your goal of consuming curses?
My goal is not to consume the curses, simply to they just don't understand. If I could perfect this into an actual school, an actual practice of magic, imagine all the dark and evil things that trouble people being morsels of food that could be used to put the word forward. That's the point.
Isn't that what the bone summoning mage type peoples also say? They almost always end up basically destroying everything in their path. I'm new to this, but I think I've heard this story before.
Point is, I achieved it, and hardly any. Listen, the only people who got hurt were the ones who stupidly meddled in things that they shouldn't have touched. If you went into an alchemist's place and started messing and putting formulas and potions together, it would hurt you too.
Done it.
There was no difference in what happened with me.
How?
Do you,
Why exactly did they lock you up? Like, what was the final straw? What was the thing that convinced them that you weren't probably supposed to be in the general population?
It was the death of two, if the book is correct.
Yes, 2 people died because they just messed with my formulas.
Why
So
were they
where's-
messing with your formulas?
Because people are curious and stupid.
So where's your first stop on the itinerary once you're free? Because I don't know if they've gotten in here yet, but this library is under assault by vampires.
I've been here quite a while. I don't even know what the word looks like anymore. Maybe
Who's
I'll
the-
just go to a beach somewhere and get a tan.
I don't believe that.
Listen. If you are happy with a piece of paper that can do you no good, fine. Or I can take care of it, and I'll take care of your blindness at the same time.
I guess I just want to know if you have anybody you miss from 400 years ago. Any families? Any crushes that you might have had?
They're all dead.
Yeah, that sucks. All for the curses? Don't like.
It wasn't the curses, it was this thing.
She sounds like a evil Ezra Harding.
All that happened was they didn't know what to do with me, and they were afraid that I would die. Fear drove them. Fear does not drive me. Fear's the issue.
So what would you do once all that's gone?
When what's gone?
This thing, you said it's not the curses, it's this thing. I don't know. I don't
The
understand.
thing, I'm talking about this field that keeps me ageless.
So what happens if you die then? If they're afraid of you dying?
Oh, they think there's it's like a big bad all curses I consumed will take over the world or something stupid. Makes no sense. Not how this thing works. Sure, it's not.
Okay, why do you say it like that?
Who?
Yes?
Do you have magic that could get us out of here once we release you and you eat these 2 curses?
Yes. We can get out of here. Or leave. It's easy enough.
By what means?
Well, first of all, Medine.
What?
I feel like your rights may have been revoked in the last 400 years.
Yeah,
Well,
like
maybe
no
by the
library card.
school, but not say by the library. That magic's quite old. And not so reversible. So, we'll walk out. And if you so desire, we can fly away.
The last part kind of sounds nice.
I mean, you'd be the expert there. So all right. Point of curiosity, and again, like I understand none of this. You can't be the only critter on this whole damn place that can take away a big curse, right? I mean, Tholo does it with little curses, so like, it's got to be somebody that can do this besides you. Some hand wavy, preachy person with like big symbols and shiny stuff that like make the whole thing go away. There's no way you're the only one.
Possibly. But I know I can do it quicker, near instantaneously. I know how to unravel curses in a way no one else does. So if you're thinking that someone else could, maybe not.
Excuse us for a
The
moment.
thing is, why curse items even exist is no one really knows how to get them out of objects. But I figured it out.
Sounds very useful.
Crew, a moment. And I want to start walking out of the room so that way they can't overhear us.
Sure.
What up?
And just in very hushed tones, door closed. If what she says is true and she's a dean, pulling that override she may have a way to stop us from exerting that override. If what she says is true.
Once she's free, all bets are off, right?
I mean, we could have Tonks, mechanical man, hit the switch when a timer, possibly.
It may need to be more than just hitting the switch. Jajal may need to actually snatch the crystal from the source. Do we know where that crystal is? We may need to physically remove the crystal to power down the library. Because if the library's magic is old enough and does recognize her still as a dean, she may be able to put a lock on it.
Well, that is theoretical. I do feel like an emergency override is an emergency override. And one of the conditions that an emergency override should work under is the condition that there's an emergency with a rogue dean. I mean, that's just...
You don't know that, right? Assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups, and this could be a serious fuck-up if she's been here long enough or the thing came in later and, like, she has complete control. We just don't know it. Honestly, I think she's the scariest thing in this place to me. Like, she probably has the most latent ability to turn our world upside down. So
Why don't we just ask the paintings?
Nora told us to
that's
die rather than release her.
Now, did we ask her if she knows how to breathe in the astral plane?
Not yet.
Would
You're part of the
Totep
paintings
know?
because the paintings might actually have history on her.
We don't have all the time in the world, though. The vampires are still trying to get in. Every moment we waste interrogating is another moment where they might get in and find the items, find us, find the goddamn emergency switch. While we're unprepared and unable to take flight. I do think Tonk's idea that the emergency switch should work no matter who pulls it under any circumstance. That's the whole point.
I've been through a few too many mutinies where the rules got turned upside down and everything that was supposed to work didn't work. So if that's your bet, that's your bet. But I am not making that assumption. I think we need some Thola perspective maybe on this one, or some guidance maybe about how stupid we actually are, because the dean is saying, "Oh God, do not let her out at all costs. Die here," and we're saying, we probably know better.
I mean, to be honest, I think it all depends on how quickly we want to meet death. I mean,
Again,
I
your
do
specialty.
not. I mean, Thola definitely does not have any ties to this place, but she also respects death, but doesn't think that this might be entirely a cause worth dying for. But
But what are the ramifications of us? Like, yeah, sure, okay, we don't die now
Yeah.
because we run. But what does that mean for us moving forward? Oh, we now have this curse eater out in the world?
Mhm.
Oh, the vampires now have all of these items? Like, you know,
I mean,
the fact these deans aren't dumb.
Mhm.
Like, the magic here and the power here has been evident.
And they all chose to live to fight another day route. But they're willing to be like, sacrifice yourselves here and hope reinforcements arrive, which they didn't clarify that were coming.
I mean,
But at the time, they also didn't know that the vampires were in the forbidden section.
I still think our best bet's dropping the whole place into the ocean.
right?
Yes, but that might be the best solution for these items. But do we want to, like, that puts the curse eater out in play again.
Deep, deep under the water somewhere, hard to get to and hard to free. Very difficult to explore. These are relatively deep waters. It'll take hundreds of years. Cold tombs are cold. All right. So Cassie's telling me stories about this weird cat called Vecna. You ever heard of him? This could be one of those like take over the world scenarios. And I'm not trying to cast aspersions. I'm just saying like we don't know what level of evil would cause a bunch of deans in a college of magical wiggly fingery people to get freaked out enough to lock somebody up for 400 years because they don't know what to do with her.
The thing is, we drop the tower into the ocean, we free the curse eater either way.
Maybe. The chains could still work in place. Maybe.
I think the one who turns the page goes, I can tell you that the prison here is linked into the building's defenses.
So if we kill power to the building, we open the jail.
Yes, everything powers.
yeah, the stasis wouldn't work. Wait. But if she's chained physically and the stasis didn't work, then we can
I
just
don't
put her in the
think
chain.
that the physical chains will keep her
the
held.
wiggly fingered people
Yeah, I
just
mean-
can't know.
That means we need to get what we can now.
I trust her less than I trust the vampires.
There we go.
The vampires are at least mildly forthright with their intentions.
This one, in fact, actually speaks truth sometimes.
Thanks.
Call it.
No, that's fair enough.
I do not trust her, and I do not know what she is capable of.
That's fair. Which option do we have where she doesn't get it free?
The
We
one where
hold
we
position.
Or we run and hope they ignore the place. Not likely.
We run without opening this map, and we hope that their attention to Kea pulls them from the library.
But that's a what if.
Everything's what if right now.
We only have what if situations.
What if we drop this into the ocean? What if we flee without opening this and letting the curse eater out? What if we let the curse eater out? What if we stay and try and hold until reinforcements arrive? Those are the 4 what ifs.
Do we know that the cavalry is actually coming? Do we
We
know that
don't.
anyone's actually, if we hold this position long enough, which we might be able to, because like That last encounter convinced me we have a chance.
We don't. I tried to communicate that reinforcements were needed, but the response was not reassuring at all. It just said, hold until you die.
So to be clear, what time of day is it roughly?
You've been inside. You've lost all track of this.
Okay, so there's
Does
those
the
concepts
one
of,
who
like,
turns
is
the
it day or
page
is it
know?
night?
He does not know. Because you got to remember, you've taken you've taken like long
We've
rests.
got
within
multiple
that
time
thing.
dilations,
Like you're,
yeah.
you have no idea of what.
And there are no windows that appear to give us a concept of whether or not it's day or night outside.
Correct.
There's always my option of the planner travel to one of the other planes. We take the items with us. Dajal's got quick fingers. I think he'll be able to pull them through their barriers. We don't sit with them. We just bag them up. If we can't hold, we bamf out to another plane of existence and we survive for 24 hours while the cube recharges.
Well, doesn't one of those items cause someone to slowly disintegrate? It's like if they were good, or if they were like neutral.
Oh yeah, the ultimate evil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the amulet of ultimate evil or something like that. But I don't know if you're holding the map currently and you were able to put it away. Actually,
you had to look
Tongue,
at it.
can you hand me the map? Are you capable of it? Because they all had the same curse.
Just don't look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously.
So I'll reach into the bag and grab the map and hand it to Caldrum without looking at it.
Okay, so everyone's averting their eyes. So what are you trying to do here?
I'm just trying to see if Tonk is capable of giving up the map.
Oh, I see.
Oh, because there was that bit where, like, once you get it, you don't want to.
I'm trying to determine if it's once you attune to it, you don't give it up, or if it's just physically touching it even once means that you are cursed and can't give up the item.
Gotcha. So, right. So, yeah, Tonk's able to hand it over.
It seems that curse is a matter of, like, your cloak, spending time with it.
I'll put it back in my bag then, since Caldrum doesn't actually, need to be.
Yeah.
Well, Caldrum, you don't want to hand it over.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's right, because I had the remove
I
curse.
removed the curse. Yeah. I was gonna say. I mean, though it could remove all the curses, sure, but she has to go back to sleep then. If we're just going.
Shit. All right. Well, Caldrum, you keep it for now, I guess. Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Caldrum, can I have the map?
No, I think I'll hold on to it for now.
Can I have it now? Are we there yet? Are we there?
God damn it.
Well, at least I know enough not to look at it, so I just
Yeah.
put it in a pouch for the time being.
The only thing Dolo realized that the only thing she could do in terms of seeing when reinforcements would come or any outcome that the demon girl would get out with would be 7 days.
What?
With divination.
Oh,
And she could ask.
you need 7 days to cast that spell?
No, like it has to be a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Hmm.
So, could ask, would reinforcements arrive? But the scope is, would they arrive within the next 7 days?
Right.
Doesn't tell us when in that 7 days that they would arrive.
Correct.
At least we know. We
I mean,
got-
yeah, exactly. Because it, like I said, it could be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen, something like that. So, I mean, I could spend time doing that. It takes 10, 11 minutes or whatever.
So, I mean, at this point, Tonk is still, while we're having these conversations, Tonk hasn't given up fortifying this room.
Okay.
He's still doing that in a short time.
Like,
Yeah, I keep doing
we might not choose to stay and defend, but there's no better use of this idle time while we're talking.
it. Mhm.
I mean, unless someone stops me, I guess I will start a ritual. Yeah, I'd get my skull out and I'd lay on the floor or sit on the floor, should I say, and start getting out incense and other things. And
So, Matt, just to help you have an idea for what I mean by setting up fortifications,
Sure.
bottlenecks at the doors,
Okay.
covered firing positions for our ranged people, and I want there to be no straight lines of advance or retreat.
All right. Well, so that's what you're beginning to do. Okay.
Yeah, like, and I understand
You're
that
setting
this
up a
takes
grinder.
time. I understand that this takes time,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's not
yeah,
going to be instant, but like, and some of those no straight line of advance or retreat
Right,
might just
yeah.
be like a single metal beam in the way, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. Realistically, yeah. How that begins to be set up. So correct. Yeah, it was where the Sphinx was, is what he's reinforcing. Okay.
well, I'm using
In the
using all of the
restricted section,
scrap
but
from that, but it's
Oh.
in the room with the items.
Okay, so it's in the room with the items that he's making the defenses.
Well, it seems. Would I recognize the same curse that afflicted Tonk is? I'm now afflicted by it, like since we were aware of it.
No, not really.
No,
It's
okay.
not- no, the curses tend to work. You just want the map. Like it just affects your very psyche.
Yeah.
Right? So it's.
Because we don't have food or water.
I can create water, and I can cast Goodberry. We can survive.
Because we'll have to sleep
I'm-
eventually.
I'm not saying it's comfortable. I'm just saying I have create water and I have Goodberry.
Because if we truly don't wish to release the Curse Eater, and maybe the vampires have the wherewithal to read her book and realize that she is a force that even they don't want to have to deal with in the long term. And hypothetically, they leave her locked up. They still want Kea, and they'll still take these items. We can take them and just use the cube.
I mean,
We can go to the elemental plane of air. At least there we'll at least know we can breathe to some extent.
why don't we do both? I mean, we sink the college or hope that it sinks after the override, and then we use
Because
the
that lets the
Once
Curse
we-
Eater go.
Once we override, the Curse Eater's prison fails. And if we're going to do that, we may as well let her eat these curses. We just didn't want to magnify the problems by releasing the curses, allowing the vampires to get the items, and still not having what we need. So we can hope that we find some major, some archmage or high priest that can release the curse on this map for us to find the one that we actually need. or we just release this creature that we know can do it. And we know they can do it because Nora told us don't release her. But if we sink the castle to try to get rid of the items, she's released either way. We may as well get something out of it.
All right, since we're already talking about crazy contingencies, I have one more to put on the table.
So as all of you are going, I'm just gonna say you see Renestio is getting like visibly annoyed and upset. Like he's just kind of looking at everybody. He's moved himself to the corner of the room now, just apart from everybody.
And my crazy contingency is this: we have some kind of rift to the astral plane already, right? And
That we cannot go through.
well, but can Kea?
Are we just releasing her and hoping that she doesn't get eaten by the first thing that she comes in contact
Were
with?
you planning on running a little ethereal plane daycare for a while and like making sure things okay and like?
I actually agree with Mal. I mean, wouldn't she just
Mal.
spontaneously create?
I don't know how this thing works. Like if she's supposed to be there, then there she could be.
Our job was to get her to a point where there isn't an overlapping world. If she
Okay.
were to get to the other side of this tear and decide this looks like home, the new KO world replaces ours.
And for that, we should have just stayed and died protecting it.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
A whole new world.
So,
if I
having noticed that Renestale has separated and moved into the other corner,
That's fine.
I will have my pistol drawn
That's fine.
as I stay on the other side of a piece of cover from him, and I give him a look, like I see you over there. He and I had a conversation when he joined about my feelings about his involvement, so like. I see you. That's all that's gonna be.
Okay.
What I
You
was
see, he
gonna
kind of
do.
just noted. He's like, he just kind of nods. There's. Make an insight check.
Ooh.
Oh yay, me and insight. That's. Let's see how this goes.
Lucky number 7.
Oh, okay. Dice decided to be nice to me. 21.
21. I would say he's back at his sight. You get the feeling like he's trying to decide if you truly care for Kea the way he cares for that creature. That he's feeling like you're putting her at an unnecessary risk. And he's trying to deal and ruminate on it. He's not made a decision. These are the you just kind of see he's wondering. That's why he's like he's angry. He feels like because he's become a traitor for Kea.
Sure.
So this is upsetting him.
So I
Thola, you had something, right?
Yeah, I was going.
Yeah, I would say this has happened. Divination would have triggered by now.
Okay.
So let's see here.
Yeah,
What is your
we're doing the
single
ritual.
question concerning a goal, event, or activity?
Yes, would be. I would ask the Raven Queen if any enforcements would arrive to basically save and relieve us from the library within 7 days.
You hear the same voice you heard on the deck of the ship with Tonk, whispering very softly in your ear. No.
That's that.
Yeah, and I would say that almost like I was like transferring it automatically to what you said, and then we'll definitely be here more than a week, and I believe it would be many more after that.
At which point, like, I just, at hearing that, I just put my wrench back away. Like, fuck.
All right.
May I go
So-
over to Renisthal and ask him if he has any suggestions or if he has any ideas? And just let him know that he's able to speak if he has any suggestions or at least an opinion.
Listen, I don't care about that curse eater. You do. I get it. You care about the people. And I would care about the people if Kea was not involved. Kea's the most important thing.
Kay is the whole reason we came here.
Right? But you would... If it was between Kea and this world, I feel like you choose the world.
I turn and I look at Renisdale and I said, the problem is your people have made it clear that the world isn't their scope. They left this place and they came back. They are willing to travel between worlds. Abandoning this world isn't escaping the problem. It is only empowering your people. The being behind that whip has corrupted many worlds, and it would continue to corrupt any it found. It having that whip is a threat to Kea wherever we take her.
Not to inject pragmatism, but you're not going to kill a god today.
No, but giving the people who are hunting Kea a whip of Zahir the Corruptor.
So take the whip. And solve your problem.
This is when y'all need my leather gloves again, right?
Listen. It's fine. What do you want to do?
Does he need to breathe? Can we just send him in the astral plane?
No. Here's the thing. Reinforcements aren't coming. Holding out here is no longer an option. It was one I was considering when we still had hope, but at this point that's no longer an option. We make a deal, we get the curses removed, and we sink this fucking library.
Okay.
Any objections from the crew?
I still think dealing with a devil and releasing a curse eater is a worse outcome. But hey, I said before on the masthead, it's a democracy, more or less, kind of, sort of. So if I'm overruled, I'm just saying, like, you want to talk about lesser evils, you're invoking the greater evil. That's all. But I'm all for cut and run. I'm all for sink the place. I'm all for burn the thing to the ground.
Now, are we letting
Sinking the place is going to let the curse eater free,
But
one
give it
way
a
or
head
the
start,
other.
maybe, or like possibly make it not our problem, or
Plus,
Getting
if we-
Caldrum his sight back and getting this map fixed.
to help Kea?
admirable goals doesn't have to be here.
Now, as a little point of reference too, if I was trapped, well, no, let me word it differently. I think that we would rather be on the Curse Eater's good side than bad side. Not that I care so much, but for the sake of
They have a good side.
well, okay, so here's the thing, right? I would imagine if we didn't tell them and sank it and they had to go through the trouble of escaping, they might be a little mad. And we would probably want to be an amicable ending
Right.
versus
But
them wanting
for
to chase us down.
400 years in prison wouldn't make you a little pissed off too. Like there may just be some like
But would you chase down the ones that saved you or the ones that
I would
sunk
kill whoever
you?
was closest personally. But hey, that's just me.
I'm just throwing that out there for argument's sake.
I would be a really really bad guy. I'm just saying.
If I could just be a devil's advocate real quick for a moment. See what
I
I
think
did
he's
there?
a demon.
Whatever.
And here's the other thing. I'm not sure we have a way of freeing the curse that isn't the emergency override. I didn't see a big release her button in the room.
No, but that's a question we can ask her.
Do you want me to go run and ask her real quick?
You particularly?
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. I'm just saying.
I
Like
would go with.
we tend to work better in pairs. That's all.
I was just run in, ask, and then run back out again. Just like hey.
I'll
how do
go
we
in
do
as
this?
well.
Okay, thanks.
Explicitly looking for a way to release the stasis that isn't the emergency override button, like if you were in the room.
Let's not bring up the emergency override in
Well,
front of
no,
them.
no. I get it. All right. We are considering freeing you because we need these curses dealt with in a timely manner. How would we do that?
Oh. Down the hallway, there's a switch. Pull it.
I just stare at Tonk. Is there anything else we should know about the hallway and the switch or whatnot? Any of that?
You won't have to deal with any of the defenses here anymore.
Yeah, but that part about falling is a bitch, though. Were you actually planning on helping us, or were you just hoping we'd all die in the fall?
Well, we could fly out of here. That's not a big problem.
Could you elaborate on the flying out of here part?
Sure, we fly out of here.
In pieces or like in one piece?
No, I make us all able to fly.
That sounds like so much fun.
Is
So-
flying the only option, or can you teleport us away? Because there are hundreds of vampires that are here for our heads.
I can't do that.
So,
I don't know how to do that.
I need
I haven't
you.
been able to study in 400 years. Excuse Mal's reaction.
So here's the thing. There might be some other tasty curses in this library. For us to politely cooperate with you in this, and for us to fly out of here, as part of this, I'm going to need you to not go after those other tasty curses. Just focus on this map and on Caldrum,
Okay.
and we
Sure.
let the other curses fall into the ocean with the library.
You got it. Just let me out. I want to get out. Anything that can get me out, I'll agree to. So, I eat the curses. I won't eat the whatever else you're talking about. Fair?
Okay. So I go back out the door and shut the door. I'm assuming everybody followed me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you shut her in there.
Thoughts? I don't know that we have options at this point.
Do you
Have-
think you're negotiating in good faith?
I don't, but I don't see as how I have options.
She
I
did
think
men-
you
Go ahead.
command your automaton to pull the switch after a set amount of time so that way we're at least all in the room with her. I think if it comes down to combat, Xanathriak is going to defend the body, but then again, he also said kill her now. He doesn't seem to care either way. So at least if we're all in the room, we stand a chance. If she's not holding true to faith.
Objections? Anyone?
She did say she would do anything, so we could like have her dressed in a silly like frou-frou dress and recite the alphabet backwards, dancing on one leg. Okay, never mind. Okay, fine.
I don't know what time you think we have, Dajjal, but it's not much.
With as much time as we spend deliberating, we could at least have a little fun before we die.
The point is
So-
to try not to die.
I think the automaton idea is good. I think being in the same room doesn't necessarily help if she decides not to make us fly or leave the place or whatnot. Because stone falls really fast, and there's not a good exit to pop out of to break the seal on the boat and get back in the water. So we're going to be like really underwater really fast if she doesn't take us with her. Just making my point. That's all.
Yes, but then at least the curses can be eaten immediately.
Right.
All right. So here's the thing. Even if we do end up underwater, I have water breathing for up to 10 people.
Oh, nice.
How long
So we
would it
just have
take
to
us to
survive the
explore
fall.
this place and find a door underwater? I don't swim that
Not
fast.
24 hours.
Probably. Okay,
Like-
that's fair. That's fair.
That's if we'd survive the fall.
Ding.
I mean, yes. That's a problem. But, so,
Hold on to the stick.
objections.
I
I don't have any objections.
don't mind being the one to hit the switch if you guys want to wait in the room and then
I'll-
just run
I'll-
back as fast as
I'll
possible.
I'll send the other automaton over.
Okay.
All right, Renestale, the ones who turns the page. Everybody, let's come into the prison room.
You know, I never thought I'd have my faith tested literally. I may be meeting God in a few minutes.
I tell my automaton to go pull the emergency override lever.
I thought it was a switch.
Lever
Pull-
switch, whatever.
Pull the lever, Kronk!
The other lever.
So I think at this point, kind of stares at you, and starts to walk away. And the one who turns the page says, "Nothing mechanical can operate that lever."
Oh, shit.
Okay,
I volunteer.
Jajal, you can run fast, like stupidly fast.
Okay. Mal, do you want to rock, paper, scissors for it, or do you want me to go?
Your choice. Either way.
I don't mind going.
Oh,
I mean, you're a lot
no.
faster than me, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I mean, how far is that to run? This is not too far, right?
Down the hall, theoretically.
I mean, it's out the prison room into the item room, and then through the other door in the item room, through the astral tear room. Like
Right.
it's 80 feet.
I think it's more than that.
Is it one coked up cat or two distance?
I think it's 2.
There was that one time I was enchanted by a vampire.
It's
Cleared
around
the entire
95 or
map.
100 feet.
Okay.
Okay, so it
You
might
can
just
you
be-
can do that with feline affinity
yeah,
and,
that
and
might be
bonus
one-
action.
That might be one coked up kitty.
Because you've done 120 before, haven't you?
Yeah, that was the exact time I'm talking about.
He should be able to do 180.
Yeah. So
With his-
just pull the lever and then feline affinity
Feline
and get back to the prison with us.
Yeah.
Feline agility.
Feline agility.
All right.
He did have an affinity for the vampiric felines, though.
Still does.
It's complicated.
It's always complicated.
All right. So what's going to happen here?
Push the button.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check out that room. Well, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna look at the button first.
Okay. You see the switch. Emergency override.
Can I make one last perception check to see if I notice any other things in this room that, like, I don't know, like, as soon as I hit the button, something might lock me in here. I don't know if that's perception,
So-
investigation, or something like that.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Do you have a 10-foot pole? Can you check for traps the old-fashioned way?
No, maybe? Perhaps. Oh, that's not terrible. 21.
10-foot pole, aka the mimic stick.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see anything that's going. You don't get a sense that you don't see any like automatic closing doors or anything like that.
Okay.
No carbonite freezing devices nearby?
No. It seems this was actually meant to do. There's a lot of other switches around here too. There's all types of controls for the library. So
There's not one that says turn off gravity but don't turn off the prison, right?
no.
Damn it. I was so close. So close.
I guess, yeah, I'm gonna press it.
Okay.
And then are you gonna run?
I was gonna let him explain first.
Yeah. So the room here goes dark, and darkness fills the room all of you are in. And you feel yourselves moving up.
Up, not sensation of free fall, or oh, this is free fall.
This is loss of gravity.
Hold the stick. Hold the stick.
And you all float about 20 feet into the air as you're assuming the library is plummeting down.
Gents, it's been a pleasure.
And with
Emily.
that, we're going to take a break.
So evil. Evil timing.
Oh man, we should have used rope.
From where?
I had some.
We should still have our climbing rope.
I got some in
Okay,
my pocket.
but we're already floating.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that whole getting back to us in free fall is going to be a little bit trickier now, for sure.
Just
You have a swimming speed, sir.
Swimming speed is nothing to bounce off of. It's not helpful.
I would say, I mean, I guess you could try to get the closest you can. Maybe just fart to a wall and
Fart into a wall.
All right.
9, 46,
Back
10.
in a little bit.
all right, catch him.
Strawberry? Or is it
Yep. It's strawberry. I need to eat more fruit.
I need to eat more protein.
I think the problem is I eat way too much.
I eat too much garbage.
Fair enough. I cook a shit ton, but I don't have a lot of fruit I eat. That's for sure.
Yeah, like when I cook, it's literally just like baked chicken breast and like broccoli or peppers. And that's literally.
That's not bad. I mean, and if you're not eating, or whether you're eating carbs or not, you can have a little rice or pasta or whatever, but just you can't go crazy.
I'd at least be better off with the homemade rice or pasta than the McDonald's or
Oh, for sure.
Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah. The strawberry could have used more time.
Bit sour.
Yeah, a little hard.
Strawberry?
Mm-hmm.
Strawberry what?
The
Just
fruit. Or the
Yeah.
berry.
Oh, gotcha. I thought okay. I just started like teaching myself how to cook, so it's
it's good.
Nice.
yeah, trying. I just love curry so fucking much.
It's delicious.
I love
It's
I
good
got
to start with a dish that you really enjoy making.
yeah. I spent 2 years in Okinawa, Japan before, like that was my first duty station.
Mhm.
And I didn't even like rice that much when I went over there. Now I can literally sit down with a bowl of white sticky rice and just be happy as shit. I love it.
Yeah, I always catch myself making like some katsu.
Mm-hmm. Those are the patties, right?
Yeah, basically like the fried cutlet.
Nice. They shit, what was I about to say? Jalen, have you been down to the Mitsuo market?
Yeah, only once though. I got some sake there. It's pretty good.
It's got a lot on the left side when you walk in. They've got like a manga shop and all the different
Oh,
models
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, I spent some time in there.
One of the temporary hygienists that came out to our dental clinic is Indonesian, and she gave me a package of these noodles that are similar to like the instant ones that you would get that you boil, but this is like it's called Indomie, and it's like Indonesian style. And so instead of letting the broth sit in the noodles after you cook it, you boil it like normal, but then you drain the noodles afterwards, and you eat them more of like an al dente style.
Okay.
Haven't tried them yet. I just got them today, so I'm excited to give it a swing. So we didn't think that through very well.
Well, we didn't know how it was going to work. We should have thought about the fact that the gravity would probably go, but
I figured we would have had more time.
We haven't had to deal with gravity or lack thereof as of yet. And the only mention of atmosphere that we've
discovered is what Tonk did in his research,
Hmm.
and so
So what are we rolling after this?
I don't.
Well, since we're actually all together, we can like talk about it and see if we want to just start off as a group. That like an already
In another
established group.
afterlife.
Hold on. No. I think y'all are jumping a little bit. When Jajal says, "What are we all rolling after this?" I think the answer is falling damage.
Oh, okay. I was like, we are
All right.
gonna re-roll like fall our corpses or find our corpses later on in the next campaign.
So I was going to ask, there's a bunch of features and traits that are unusual to this particular game. We picked up sea legs, which means you can trade your athletics in for acrobatics. What happens when it's like space legs?
Like as long as you're on the ship.
You trade your walking speed for floating speed.
Do you get to glug 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 the whole time, or what?
I don't know about y'all, but before this mother hecker hits, I'm gonna just go incorporeal and just go do it.
The only survivor.
That's scuffed.
The-
Abandoning us all.
Hey, someone's gotta do the funeral rites.
So technically, if you go incorporeal, do you just like the building falls and you just like
Go through it all, yeah.
Yeah, I'm imagining like the invisible Mario moments where you're just like, reconstituting but not touching anything yet.
Right. All right. So, everyone roll initiative.
Oh god.
oh,
Like you do. Like you do. Physical dice don't
Boy.
fail me now.
Goodness.
And they didn't.
Said the same thing and it failed me.
Yeah, terribly.
I didn't realize what dice I was on. I was on the dragon egg dice, and I
Oh,
rolled
shoot.
really well.
I mean, I could do it in initiative, but I guess I already rolled.
All right. So,
I
Matt,
forgot
what'd you
about
get?
That's going to be at 23.
23. Thola.
that. 5.
5.
High
and
score.
Tonk,
23.
23.
Twice today.
So, because you don't know how many rounds you have, but there's a limited number of rounds before this hits the ocean. We're going to be doing this. You're not necessarily in combat at this moment, but we want to keep this moving since there's a very limited amount of time. So, as all of you except Jajal are in this room, it suddenly goes dark as all the lights in here move around, including the circle that seemingly bound Ibsena. Those of you with dark vision see her begin to, in a fraction of a second, kind of move like all of you, and then her image gets blurry. There's shimmering energy around her form. And then she seems to suddenly be in control of her own movement. In an instant. And she just looks towards all of you. Not aggressive. Caldrum, you're up first.
I will hold. I'll bring out the map and I'll be like, "Keep your word, Ibsena," because I don't have any way to change what's happening.
Okay, let's see here. Yeah, because you wouldn't have been in the circle. You're a few feet away from her at this point.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So you hold out the map to her. You got it. In that case, then.
The map and my eyes.
Now.
Mal has no freaking idea what to do. Mal is going to hold position and wait for somebody to attack somebody and basically just stand by for news. If only it was a teleporter or something. I should have
How
learned that
long does
magic
it
a long
take
time
to-
ago.
How long does it take to
Okay.
float through the air, or what's the movement? Well,
There is no movement.
okay. Yeah.
So
So, we can do anything.
this functions as the levitate spell. And so basically, just like if unless you don't have something to move you, it'd be very difficult. If you want to try to climb or push off something, that's certainly a way to get
Oh,
around.
well, we just need Tonk. Oh.
Tonk, it's your turn.
Well. Um. Now is a moment when I wish I had Mage Hand to literally just push myself.
Invisible scooter.
What about Unseen Servant? Didn't you have that? No, that was Pyro.
No, I have Unseen Servant.
But it's a ritual.
Yeah, when the wizard doesn't show up to play.
I mean, if I had learned it, I could like if I had prepped it, I could have cast it. But I didn't prep it. It's in my spellbook, so I would have to cast it ritually. So I can't. I don't imagine we have 10 minutes worth of free fall.
I don't know if I could save everyone, but I'm gonna try to do something.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Tensor's Floating Disc.
Okay.
Because it's a disc that follows me. But I could also jump off of, like push myself off of, and then it would follow me so I could push myself off of again.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast that, and I'm gonna push myself off towards the doorway, and like be looking at Obscena, waiting for her to cast Fly.
Okay. You're looking at her. It looks like she's cast fly upon herself.
I mean, I get that. I'm waiting for her to cast it on the rest of us.
Yeah.
At least there's a cap on fall damage, hopefully.
Wishful thinking. So Ibsena it's her turn, and she super quickly closes the distance between herself and you, Caldrum. Like gets her face an inch away from yours as she removes the metal mask that is on her, and as she takes the map, you see as she opens it up, she's got 3 rows of yellowed teeth, each glowing with blue light at the tips.
Ooh.
Opens up a circle. She's like, and begins to like munch and suck dark energy away from this map. As you see that, you see like her muscles grow larger, her form gets a little tighter, magic energy swirls around her. Her eyes glow bright. And her eyes now have a bright red to them. That was tasty. But that's her turn. Grenister's leg got screwed up. And as you can see, he just teleports next to Tonk. As he's in darkness and can move fairly freely in it.
Oh man.
Jajal.
Yes.
Actually, Tonk, one thing you see as you get close to the door is now all the items there are floating just in the air. As the defense has been shut down, they're no longer held. And you see the whip with the snake heads extended. The snake heads bit into the wall, pulling itself forward down the hallway. Jajal, it's your turn.
No.
Am I, from my vantage point, can I see anything? Can I see through the door into the hallway? What am I facing at this? I'm just trying to get an idea of what I can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're kind of holding on. Jajal, you have a climb speed, and you're basically on the around the ceiling, so you can climb if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head down. Am I going to pass the whip on the way there?
You should, yeah. So,
no.
yeah, I think your climb is equal to your movement, right?
I'm gonna go into
20 feet, I think. You can
Just
actually
20
just click on your movement, and it'll show
Oh.
you what other movements you have.
Climbing speed is 20 feet.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, so with your climb speed, you can go ahead. And,
Yeah, movement dash, action dash. You
Yeah.
can go 60.
So your climbing speed technically is half your movement. So if half your movement's higher in this case, then that's fine, because you don't need to make an athletic check due to the nature of the spell.
Okay.
20 would be higher than.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 is higher than my.
Okay. Yeah.
Because then I could, like you said, well, how?
Either way, because half of your regular movement is 15. So
Yeah, because you can feline too. So
the feeling would affect the climbing, wouldn't it? Yeah.
So 20, 40, and then if you
You
dash,
could actually go 40, 80, 120 if you were gonna feline agility with your climb speed.
I'm asking Joe what it is. Yeah. So what do you want to do, Joe?
I'm going to make my way over there because I'm panicking and assuming that I need to get over there to get that
Quickly.
spell fly. Yeah, and if here's the thing, like if I have to go out of my way to get the whip, I'm gonna like forego it because my personal safety comes first. But if I'm literally coming within arm's reach, I'm going to grab it thinking that maybe I could use it to grapple myself the rest of the way. So it really kind of depends on where it lands. Like my thing is like, okay, like almost Indiana Jones style. Like if I have to, like if it's right there, like this or die, you know.
Okay. So sure. So you're going to move yourself up to 120 feet, climbing the walls here.
Mhm.
Okay.
Please.
You
I
got
don't know if it'll be 120 though, because it's 20. Because
Because
it's
doesn't your agility just double your speed for the turn?
feline agility doubles my movement speed. So if I dash, it happens like dash first, and then it doubles my dash. I think.
Right, so you'd go 40 climb, and then you have action dash and bonus action dash.
So that would
So
be
40, 80, 120.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I was doing it the right way.
So that gets him into the. Okay, so that can get you all the way into the prison room. So in which case you move forward and you see the whip floating there. The heads look directly at you as you pass, or as you get close to it, and it actually lets it kind of. I would say, yeah, because it's pulling itself right now. As you come into it, it almost like pushes itself, so it moves itself in your way.
Then at that point, like, I think my instinct would be to grab it.
Okay. You grab it, it instantly coils.
And then as I show up in front of everybody, I just say, "Shit."
So Corey's around, so it's ready for your use. All right, awesome. And as of this moment, Jajal, there's nothing that's going to make you want to let go of that whip.
I saw that coming.
Jal the Scorpion.
Oh man. To be fair, if it was going to be like out of the way, I was going to put like personal survival on priority. But if it was like literally right there, like I would assume that thinking like, oh, this is a means of getting me to safety if I need it or whatever, would be like my quick like reaction.
No, it's fine. But it was in a stasis field, and the stasis field has been lifted. It has volition of its own again, so it is interested. All right. With that, it is Thola's turn.
We can't move. That sucks. I do remember Tonk has the little floaty thing. But he's also moving with the flying disc. So, I mean, if let's say if Caldrum was in between Tonk and I would cast Resilient Fear on myself, which allows me to push against the Saphir to move. And then I'm going to cue ball push Caldrum into Tonk and try to move my way there towards Tonk.
Okay, so you're going to try to just move.
Unless that was also moving.
Well, so you're
her
pulling
with me.
You're pulling Caldrum away from Ibsena.
Well, I guess he is waiting for one more curse. So I'd just maybe go over there with Resilience Fear.
Okay. So Thola goes over to Caldrum with Resilience Fear. Anything else?
That will be all.
And Caldrum, it's your turn.
Seeing that she's seemingly holding up her end of the bargain, I just wait there for her to eat the next curse. To eat the curse on me.
All right. Now.
She looks gross, but I'm waiting.
Held action. No one's attacked anybody, so I guess I'm straight, pretty much where I was. I'm gonna attempt to, like Cowboy Bebop style, swim through space and see if it works.
Sure. Does it seem? Maybe you move a few inches, possibly. You're not sure if that's just because you're just stretching your body out.
I mean, I'm not close to any walls, so I can't bounce off anything. So I'm just trying to figure out how to even move in this place. So
yeah.
I'll spend my entire round playing with that idea, still ready in case somebody attacks somebody to attack somebody back, I guess.
Got it. Cool. Tonk, it's your turn. Probably zoom in on that ring if we can from up top.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait over here by the door with my disc.
Okay. right. I'm going to say at this point, eyes glowing red. She begins to fly away from you, Caldrum.
I would try to grapple her.
Okay.
This isn't going to go as well as Zemnon. That's not bad, though. That's an 18.
Okay. Ooh, okay. She got a natural 20.
Damn.
And yeah, so that's a 23 total. She gets to use for that. So she floats out, and she's gonna get so as much as she can so that she can get as many people within 30 feet of her as she possibly can. As she speaks in the other voice from the body, your deal was with Ibsena.
Ah!
And you see black energy in the form of chains fills the room, trying to wrap around all of you, trying to pull you down. I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw.
Rose. I doubt that passes.
Oh my god. Another one?
17 for me.
Okay.
It would be everyone except me, correct? Yeah, because nothing, not physical objects, energy, or spell effects can pass through the barrier.
Correct. Yeah, as she's kind of, you see her just muttering, she's like, and she just saying, you can see her, she's laying a cacophony of curses throughout the room. Almost as if she's throwing up. Yeah. But she can go below them too with her movement. She has 60 feet movement with fly. Yeah. She can do all types of shenanigans. Okay. So yeah, I would think. Let me double check resilient fear. Does it protect against magic specifically then?
You're muted. You're still muted.
I must have clicked it twice. Nothing, not physical objects, energy, or spell effects can pass through. the
Perfect.
barrier.
Yep. Cool. So everyone except those. All right. So Kaljum, I think you had 17. You
17.
pass. Jajaw.
I got a 4.
Okay.
No, with the dexterity check.
Tonk.
I have advantage against magical effects.
Okay. Yeah.
Rolled a 5.
I know the feels.
All right. And Mal.
Do we still have blessing effect or no?
No, it's
No, that was
long.
Cool.
ages ago.
That's a 6.
Oh man.
4, 5, 6.
Oh,
It's like
my
we're
God.
laying them down.
No.
All right, 4, 5, and 6. Shadows wrap around your bodies, piercing them, dealing 7 piercing damage to each of you.
Got it. There's always an and. What's the and? Another piercing and.
And you gain a level of exhaustion.
Oh gosh.
And the chains stay. As you feel like, as they entered you, you feel like if you move, you'll take the damage again.
Oh.
And this includes spellcasters having to make any
Somatic
somatic
movements?
components. Yeah. Somatic movements.
Well.
All right. And that is her turn. So the Granite Steel is going to stab a shadow and therefore try to stab her.
Nice.
He's like, no. And you see he starts to bleed as the chains pierce him as he attacks. Yeah, that's gonna miss. Both of them miss. And Jajal, it is your turn.
When the whip wrapped around, was there any communication? Do I understand what this does?
Let's say on your turn. Actually, yeah. That's right, because you grabbed the whip, right?
Mm-hmm.
You actually physically grabbed it. So, absolutely. Sir, please add Lash of Shadows Awakened.
Oh, okay. Inventory.
Because it likes Jajal.
Oh man, there's a lot here. This is a lot. Okay. I know the awakened. Okay, so
Good, bad, both.
I poison.
Well, what you do here is, let's kill for the master.
I mean, I'm on board with that right this moment. Yes. So what I would like to do is now. It says that increased room to succeed on a DC 13 con save or suffer the effect of one of the poisons of my choice. Okay, so what I would like to do then. I assume I'm not technically flanking with anybody because she's below, or does elevation matter in this aspect with the whip?
I mean, no, you're not flanking with anyone currently with her.
Okay. I would.
So you've got 10 feet with the whip.
It says in here with the. I know I'm taking forever. I'm sorry. It says that I can still apply Booming Blade on D&D Beyond. Is that correct?
So Booming Blade has its own range of 5 feet. To get it to extend to 10, you have to actually take a feat. You have to take a Spell Sniper for that to work with whips.
Okay. I just see it like associated like in the side, like to the right of.
Yeah, probably because
the
it's a
weapon.
melee weapon. So
But
if you were
yes,
if you were within 5 feet,
you could do it.
you could do
Okay,
it. But
I
because
see.
you're not, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Then what about redirect energy?
Yeah, you can use redirect energy at this moment.
Okay, then I will attack with redirect energy and the whip.
Okay, yeah. So you power up yourself as.
Now,
Actually, Jajal, I'm so sorry. The library is powered down. You cannot
Oh,
use
that's right.
redirect
Okay,
energy.
You have
thank
no
you.
energy to redirect.
no worries, that's fair. It says I have +1 to attack rolls with this too, right?
+2.
You have
because
+2 because it's awakened.
Yeah, if you.
Oh.
If,
You have
if
to add the
if you
awakened
equip and
version.
attune it, yeah.
Then okay, I'm gonna just roll. Okay, I'll roll the attack.
Okay.
It's not gonna. It's a 10, probably 12. Then
So it's. What did you roll on the dice?
I rolled a 2 + 8,
Okay.
but I think
cool,
it's
cool,
a
cool.
+2, so it would be like a +10. I
Did
think.
did you attune to it?
Not yet.
That'll change that.
Yeah, but still, it's 2 + 8 + 6.
But yeah.
So 12 is not going to hit.
Okay.
So it lashes out, and it's weird. The gravity here and her movement is just so off, and you're not able to get her.
Okay.
Did that fix it, Jojo?
It did.
Attune
Thank
to
you.
it? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. New item mid combat. Don't expect you to know it exactly.
And for a bonus action, I don't think I can hide or really do anything to help out with anybody. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, Thola.
I mean, I think I'm at least, because I was trying to read up on it to see whether or not, because obviously, like, for instance, emboldening bond is not like a spell effect, but I didn't know if it would go through Basilian Sphere or not. But
It was magical effects, right?
yeah, it says here, hold on. It says spell effects. I think it says.
All right, if it's spell effects, then you have to make a save, because this was not a spell.
Yeah, not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects.
Oh yeah, so spell effects. So or energy. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say
Okay.
can't come in, can't come out. That's what we're doing with Julian's Field. It is,
Okay,
you are separated from everybody else.
Right, yeah, I could only basically do stuff to myself within the sphere. Okay. I'm just going to try to move over to Caldrum more and like maybe bump him to... Actually, I kind of want to get closer to Tonk. I'm going to move closer to Tonk.
Okay, we'll get you in just a moment. You're going to move over to Tonk. All right, anything else?
At the moment, no.
Okay. So round 3 has started. Caldrum.
You're right. Our deal was with her, and I shoot him. Deadeye sharpshooter. $15.
15 misses.
Damn. Okay.
As you
Second
see,
attack.
there's like this shimmer around her, and it kind of redirects the bullet.
Oh joy! My second attack misfires.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That's
I'm
my
in.
turn.
Right now,
Did I have a held action to shoot, or was it too busy swimming in space?
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead to take
That's
that.
fine. Yeah, so that on a held action is only one attack, right?
Yes.
Okay, so a single. The obvious choice is the short bow. Bum. That's gonna be 22 to hit.
That's okay. That meets her armor class.
Which puts me on 10 damage.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry. I rolled the wrong dice here. Reroll that. Okay, yeah. So, as I said, there's like shimmering images of her around her, and you shoot, and you realize you go through one of her images.
Okay, so if that's the held action with one attack, can I do my regular 2 shots with the bow and then maybe toss the sword?
Yep.
All right.
Well, yeah, I think. Yep.
Okay, so first shot with the bow, it's going to be 15.
You said 15?
15 to hit.
15 gets redirected by some energy that's around her.
All right, and then second bow shot. It's going to be a 23 to hit.
23. you end up hitting another duplicate.
Popping some clones. Awesome. And then we also throw the Valsavage family sword at her. See if I can get a strike from a distance.
Yep.
It's going to be all of 16 to hit.
16. All right, and that slices through her last duplicate.
All right. And that is it for me. I will float in place.
You got it. Tonk. Oh, by the way, Caljum, you moved back 5 feet when you fired.
Okay,
It actually fired again, so that would be 10 feet total backwards.
sure.
Oh no.
Would I have moved the second time if it misfired?
Oh, misfire. I'm sorry, I forgot. Correct. Just 5 feet. Thank
Okay.
you. Because. Tonk.
I am going to cast Entangle on her.
Okay. That's a dex save?
It's a strength save.
Strength save, okay. Nice.
Now, it normally talks about, grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground. We don't have ground. But we do have a lot of chains all over the place, apparently.
Right. What's her DC there?
DC 15.
Nope, that's an 11. 11. So, yeah, so they curl up chains various places and try to grab her. Do you need soil for it or no? Okay.
Well, so in the components, it is just verbal and somatic,
Okay, yeah.
but it talks about it as if it's grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground, etc.
Yeah, so I'd say it
But-
comes from the stone floor. So is she restrained? Just grappled by it.
She's restrained.
She's restrained.
And I take some damage from the somatic components.
Yep. So that is going to be 10 piercing damage. All right. Is there anything else?
Yeah, I know I'm going to take some more damage here. But as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath.
Okay. Absolutely. You cast your Dragon's Breath. Do you get to use that this turn?
No.
Okay, so you get Dragon's Breath ready, and that is going to be 5 more piercing damage. Doing this, you're just grasping, and you're seeing her. You get the sense this was a similar curse that she was under, thanks to the school. Right, anything else?
That is it.
Okay. Let's see here. Great if I looked at the right stat block. Alright. right, then I guess from where she is just going to do Cone of Cold.
Ugh.
So that will be a 60-foot cone.
Yikes.
Yeah, that should be the 60.
The monster cone.
All right. So,
If Tonk's behind Thola, does Tonk get affected?
Just going to ask that because nothing
yeah,
can
I
go
mean, she
through
can-
me.
She can face her head any direction. So, yeah, I'm going to say. Yeah.
I'm also a bigger target than him, so my resilient fear would definitely.
She's going to prefer Caldrum and whoever she can get with Caldrum. Okay. Okay. All right, so then this is essentially just going to hit Caldrum and a bunch of NPCs.
Oh no.
So, all right, this is going to be a Constitution saving throw, Caldrum.
Ugh.
Oh joy. That's a 9.
No.
All right, that will fail.
Oh no.
16 bajillion.
Is it not hitting us?
No, because
She can go away.
she's below you. So
Mm.
because of the angle that you restrained her, so she can't reposition to a great better spot. So
Okay.
So there's so she's actually a little disadvantaged here. So your restrained really
well.
decreased her ability,
Okay.
Nice work.
and she's more worried about Caldrum in this moment.
Swim
that's
away,
reasonable.
swim away.
So that's kind of her whole idea. So I gotta roll some damage. All right, and
I don't think it one-shots me. At least not the average damage, but the way that Matt's
All
rolled
ones,
in the
all
past,
ones, all ones,
I
all
could
ones.
be one-shot.
32 code damage.
Oh, that's not bad. It hurts, but that's not as bad as I was expecting.
Yeah, I at least see 3 ones.
That's half my HP, but it's not as bad as I was expecting.
All right. And see, this is where Pyro's very glad he didn't move, because Pyro would have been in that. Though if it's a party wipe, Pyro will probably die. Jajal.
Sorry, bro. Okay, so
Ryan comes
She is
back, "Yeah, you're the only
restrained,
survivor."
Yes,
that means I get advantage.
correct.
Sweet baby rays, let's do this. All right. Let's go, little snake friends.
Getting a little bit creepy. Not tentacle creepy, but close.
It's a 23.
23. Her mirror images are down. So that hits.
And now, please have her make a DC 15. What is it?
Con save?
Con save.
That is
Poison. So
Poison?
I figured.
It's not good.
That's actually pretty good poison.
8.
She rolled an 8.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to inflict Ghoul's Blood.
Nice.
What is that?
A creature
Paralyzed.
that fails the saving throw against this is poisoned for 1 minute. While poisoned in this way, the creature's it's paralyzed. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success, or 6 rounds. So they are paralyzed.
Yeah.
Wait,
super-
6 rounds?
Yeah,
Do they
1
fall
minute.
to the ground?
1 minute is 10 rounds.
Oh, 10 rounds. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
No.
All
That's
right.
And then-
insane.
Oh, and then damage. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you still get to do that.
And then that's 11 plus 17, so 28 damage.
28. There we go. Oof, that wiped out her temporary. All right. As you see, some of the energy that was surrounding her due to her devouring that curse fades away.
All right, everybody, time to lay into her.
All right. Thola.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Okay, yeah, because that happened all at once. Okay, cool.
She's actually going to move as far down as she can towards her with the sphere on.
Okay, so Thola gets as close as she can.
Because I think it's technically difficult terrain that I'm moving through. Like a level lower.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, there you go. All right, so you're right next to her.
Moment, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to stay there and wait till my next turn.
Okay, you just move next to her.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Got it. So. Place. Caldrum, it is your turn.
I'm going to, knowing my luck, going to use my action to make a Tinker's check to try to fix Soul Forger.
Okay. And Caldrum, had you been affected by the curse thing?
No, I
Okay.
passed with a 17. Okay, so I fixed my gun, thankfully, with a 14. DC was 11. But that's my action. I will. Well, I can't really move because I'd have to fire. So that's it.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt. I should take damage then for attacking her then?
Yes. So I was trying. I thought we missed something. That's going to be 9 piercing damage.
Okay. And then anybody who takes a melee attack on her until she regains is an automatic crit, correct? For a
Is it
paralyzed
melee
creature?
or just?
It's melee. Yeah. You have to be. Well, the attacker has to be within 5 feet
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
to get the auto crit.
Gunner feet. But I can't move closer to her.
All right. Then Mao, it's your turn.
All right, so I can't really move in this zero gravity moment. Is there any way I could swing the automaton next to me in such a way as to move closer to her to get within 5 feet, or no?
So you want to push off the automaton?
Yeah, I want to use the automaton as basically weight to push towards her to get close enough to use swords.
Difficult terrain. So what's your movement?
Normally it's 30.
So 15 feet to try to get closer to obsidian.
Almost seems like a vertical drop, but I can't quite tell with this angle.
Yeah, they were at 20. Yeah, you're within 5 feet.
Within 5 feet? Perfect. All right, and then I'm going to grab the Val Savage sword and go in for the first 2 hits
You got
at
it.
close range. She's paralyzed. That should be advantage, right? And within
Yes.
5 feet, it's automatically a crit, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Assuming you hit.
Well, the better of the two ends up being an 18 to hit. Is that hit?
That hits.
Okay.
Nice.
So that would be a critical. Let's see.
Don't forget to heal for the off of crits with your Val Savage sword.
Oh, nice. I forgot about
I
that.
forgot about that entirely, didn't I? All
I
right.
don't know if
So
you-
the,
Oh,
ahead.
would he take damage off pushing?
I don't think so.
Because he failed.
Did you fail now?
the thorns? Because I see the ring around
Yes,
him.
Yeah,
correct.
yes. Okay.
Correct.
So yeah, so for your movement, you took it, which got you to 5, but then you healed,
Okay.
and you. Well, let's see here. Also for attacking, we'll say the attacking damage happened before you hit for another
Okay.
5, so you would have healed 10.
Okay, I'm not upset with that at all. That's fantastic.
So what was the
and then
damage?
damage on the first hit is going to be crits are great. That's going to be 18 for the first hit
Okay,
with the family sword.
there you go.
Second hit is going to be another with advantage. 23, and it's still a crit. So let's
Yep.
do another. 20 damage.
So you healed
And
19
then-
total so far.
Well past top.
And you took 9 on that one, but it's this thing where you're like bleeding and the sword is hitting, and this energy is flowing around you, constantly healing you as you're just getting ripped apart by these shadow chains.
You are now a Death Knight.
All right. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and burn that action surge for at least 2 more hits.
Yes.
Let's go.
That's 26. Crit again, Sam. Oh, re-roll the 1. Who likes 1s? Oh, that sucks. It's still a 1. 8 plus 13 more.
13. All right.
All right, so this is the 4th attack, which is going to be boom, boom, boom with advantage and always a crit. 18 plus. Yep, that's at least 25. Play this game again for damage. Yep, that's going to be 9 plus 7 is 16 because math. And then the last attack, throwing the sword out of pure frustration, like you do. Well, like I do at least. 5th attack will end up being 17 to hit, which should be a crit.
Nice.
Does 17 hit? Yes.
17 hits, yes.
Oh, that's too bad. So now we're looking at plus 17 more damage.
So how much did you do so far?
I haven't counted. But
Put it this way, how do you want to do this, Mal?
Let's go.
Pure frustration, not with the deceit or like the moment that got us here, like the whole negotiation that got here, but like the whole concept of yet another unaccountable magical power fucking with our lives. Mal's gonna pull out the second sword and do what's called the Viennese necktie. So he's gonna take both swords, cross them over, and then back again, cutting down the middle of the throat, and then pull the tongue down the middle.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, so boom, cut her. So, and there's almost this smile of like, there we go. Thanks for the freedom there, buddy. And the light fades, and kind of out of her, you just see like a sort of demonic form as it's looking at you and fades away.
Do their thorns go away?
Yes.
Can Caldrum look at that map?
Well, first, so
We're
here's
still falling is the issue.
yeah, we're falling. It's Tonk's turn.
If we had an immovable rod, would that stop the entire building?
Or kill us all.
I
Well,
mean,
except me.
I mean, it is
If you-
likely that the weight of the building
Right.
would cause
Would move the rod, yeah.
well, not move the
rod.
rod, but the rod that would break the roof and the building would continue falling.
Well, because you can actually move an immovable rod with a DC 30 athletics check.
Nice.
So the building might just beat that
Really?
innately, because it's that much more building. Yeah. It'd be too powerful if it couldn't ever be moved.
It would have to be renamed then.
the almost.
The nearly immovable rod.
Anyway, it's Tonk's turn.
I might be able to escape this, but I don't want to just leave y'all.
Yeah, immovable rod is 8,000 pounds.
Nice.
It's decent.
I don't have.
Yeah, I mean, you do know. I mean, just what you do know is that if you can get to the
window.
place where the rod was, sorry, where the switch was, that can get you from there to the main hallway here through the secret passage network. You do have that information, Tom.
Yeah, but it's a matter of getting everybody moving because some people are just stuck in the air. I will take out my rope and tie it to the disc.
Okay.
And then throw the rope towards everyone. Like, I'm not aiming for any one in particular person, but just... hopefully they can find ways to get a hold of the rope.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. So say, yeah, Renisir immediately is able to get to the rope through some quick teleportation. And Jajal.
Can I join it with? I have also.
I mean, you also don't need to get the rope because you have climb, like you're climbing along the ceilings and stuff, so you don't need to get on the rope. This is for all the folks that are, just screwed up in the air.
Okay, you don't think I need to add some of my other rope to it to make it easier, or?
You could, sure. I was saying, like, you of all people don't need to find a way to get a hold of the rope.
Well, if we hit the button, does everything turn back on?
No, he's not talking about hitting the button. It's the secret passage that I could open between that room and much closer to the...
How do we open secret passages if everything is turned off?
I hope and pray that the bend space magic still works.
I don't think that's going to work that way.
The button
Unless the secret passages are no longer secret.
I would say that because the bend space works because that is more your magic ability that links attuned things. Their magic isn't as powered as the others.
Okay.
See, I was just going off of the completely not meta knowledge that the GM told me I would know this works.
Yes. So, right, so I was like, Sean understands this concept the way it's said.
Well, okay. I just want to help everybody else also. Like, if I could grab onto... okay, so what my plan, I guess, is grab the rope that I have. Okay. Anybody who else needs some, I'll provide that, but also grab the wall and get ready to move whatever direction we need to go to kind of help pull everyone along, if that makes any sense.
Yes. So you tie the rope off and you're ready to go to kind of help everyone move here. Absolutely. All right. Thola.
Okay, what I was going to do is I'm guessing that since this is an object that's a hard barrier, that if I got close to Mal, he could, grab onto it and propel himself close to the door.
Okay, yeah, you mean you're using your sphere, or
Yeah, so he can like propel off the sphere.
okay? So you move yourself near Mal.
Yep.
All right, cool. Caldrum, we're at round 5.
Okay. Bonus action. I'm gonna heal up a little bit, just a tad. Maybe survive. So that's gonna be 13 HP. Where's this rope that Tonk threw out?
Center. Just pre-rolling some falling damage.
Ooh. Ow.
Well, I mean, hey, if you guys die, at least if I keep this on, I can just get you guys up.
Unless we turn into ground beef or something.
You know what a watery grave is, right?
All right. So there's a rope close enough. I think because of where he's trying to put the rope there, so you can grab it.
Okay, I would do that. But hearing Jajal, was that Jajal or Steven speaking about the lever?
I would say Jajal was probably thinking, like, if we just hit the button again, would it turn it back on?
It may, and if you can make it there, we'd be thousands of feet lower.
But also, would it just immediately stop us, and we take 1,000 feet of falling damage when we hit the ground?
Better than 2,000?
All right. Anything else, Caldrum?
No, I just think out loud, heal a little bit, and yeah.
All right, Mal.
Can I push off of the floor or the impervious sphere and get anywhere with a rope in my hand, or am I just like floundering in the dark?
I think Thola intentionally moved
Yes.
so that you could push off of the sphere and get to the rope.
Yes.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, so you get the rope as you push yourself up. Anything else?
Am I still swinging on the arc, or like it's like a ground controller Major Tom moment?
Yeah, kind of like whoo, and you grab it. And you're still like moving as you're trying to steady yourself.
As long as I get closer to the rest of the group and maybe grapple one or two that are close by, that'd be fine.
Yeah, I think you could probably grab the one to its page. Oh no, yeah, no. You can grab Tonk's automaton.
Sure, why not?
Here we go. Tonk.
Has the one who turns the page managed to get somehow attached to all of this?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So, Jajal and Thola are the only ones that aren't attached, but they seem to be fine moving on their own at this point.
Right.
So I am going to shove myself, basically like jump sideways off of the disc towards the room with the lever and the secret passage, and then the disc is going to follow me and pull everyone on the rope.
Yes. All right.
This is the shenanigans we're doing.
Yes. And so that would, okay, because the disc doesn't move independently, so it just follows you. So that would be, considering you do some type of dash, that'd be 30 feet. All right. So, is there anything anybody wants to do to aid in this?
If I can shoot Soul Forger to, like, if I end up with my back to the disc, if shooting actually moves the disc a little bit
So
more, then
the way to move the disc is to move me.
Okay, so then I would.
So if your actions want to be to shove me and throw me, the disc follows me. I will let people aid in my propulsion.
Okay,
At
so
least lightweight.
so let's do this. Jajal, are you going to do anything?
Just Thola, are you good? Do you need help getting over there too?
No, I'm just gonna slowly hamster ball my way over there.
I mean, I could grab you and take you with me.
I mean, you can. I'm weightless. I'm
Okay.
a weightless ball. So
Yeah. Can I like get I guess behind it and like as I'm going like push it with my head, I guess? If it's weightless, just kind of push my noggin
Yeah.
against
How much movement are you going to use here? What's your? Because I don't. Do you have feline again?
Yeah, because I didn't move technically for that one round. As long as I don't move for one round, I get it back.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
then
I mean, you can move. You can. We'll half it since you're using the ball here. So you could move what? That's 60 feet with Thola.
Yeah.
Yes. So, question: if Thola's weightless and technically under the,
Well, I guess yeah, you can move.
Levitate
You can
spell.
move 120 feet. Now that I think about it. Yeah.
if I were to just push and then let go, would she stay in perpetual motion?
Yeah. Basically.
So once I get to Tonk, I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to push Tonk. So that way Thola keeps
right.
going,
So
and then I
yeah, with this insane logic,
It's a cue ball.
we move the whole group all the way to the room.
oh my goodness.
we're playing pools over here. Pool over here. I love it. Billiards. Just
All right. Then with that, Thola, it's your turn if you have anything.
I mean, if someone grabs on, or I'll just keep on pushing Tonk, like running behind them in the
Yeah.
ball, and just like
Yeah.
I would have said the draconic words to open up the passage.
That's,
I don't know
well,
if it needs to be my turn to do
it
that.
has to
but-
be your turn.
Okay.
All right. This starts around 6. Caldrum.
Help propel as much as I can.
Okay. Yeah.
Whether that's shoving Tonk or shooting, whichever one will give us more distance.
Then Mal.
Same idea. Like, if I could find a way to help, I will help, but I'm not entirely sure how to help. So maybe pushing people along would be helpful.
Well, at this point, I think we're there. I don't know that there's anything
So,
to
so,
do.
so I'll
Okay.
give Caldrum and Mal a hold to push
Yeah.
once the doors open.
Sure.
Maybe.
Sure.
Yep.
Much
Cool.
appreciated.
All right.
So,
So then-
it's really you're holding a dash. Is really what's going on. All right, Tonk.
I'll say the draconic words to get us to the.
All right. Then with that, with the held everything, you guys, and you're in
Hey,
the
hey,
main hall.
Jajal.
Mhm.
You just understood the words I said.
Oh, cool. Why did I? did you say that in common?
No, that's draconic.
Oh,
It's always been draconic.
cool. Weird.
Weird.
So I'll say the words to open the thing. I'll use my movement, and then they can use their held movement.
Absolutely.
Oh, it automatically updated in the languages section too. That's cool. Thank you, D&D.
All right, perfect. So you end up in the main hall. You move yourselves because the held dashes. All right, you find you're currently. Find you here. All right, yeah, you're currently in the diorama room with the pedestals. Where was the rooms and the tesseract and all that good stuff. So
Okay.
with that, Jajal, it is your turn.
Real quick, team, did you want me to hit the button again, or are we just running out the front door?
No, running out the front door.
Okay, got it. Then I will, if there's a clear pathway, would just like to kind of just shove everybody as fast as I can. I'm not going to have feline agility again, but I think I have
Still have the
60
dash.
you can
Yeah.
do 60, yeah.
and take everyone with me.
Okay. In that case,
I'm gonna need a manicure after this.
all right.
My nails on the wall.
So after that, so you're going through, and as you move out, you hear this as you start to feel the whole library folding back, back around you, and you push through the door. And as you look through, you see that the library is much smaller again than the size of the place where you'd expect to be. But all of you now have been pushed out outside. The wind is just knocking you as you're now. I would say one of you is able to at least hold on a little bit to the rock that's the library for the moment, if you so desire, and you're just sailing down through the air, straight towards the ocean. Thola, it's your turn outside the library.
Outside the library, and everything just going down. I don't know too much of what I can do except maybe stay close to Tonk and maybe just get underneath him while we're free falling.
Yeah. Okay. And it's currently night. It's in the cold night air.
Okay.
Caldrum. We're on round 7.
Tonk the staff. And I will just wait for Tonk to, yell as loudly as I can, and just prep to grab the staff when Tonk pulls it out.
Now.
I'm going to yell, "Where's the cane? Where's the cane?"
Okay. Tonk.
I pull out the cane that both of them have yelled for.
Yes.
I hold it out into like the middle of us because we all need to be holding it before I say anything because I don't want it to slow me down before everybody else gets a hand on it.
Yeah.
So I just grab it firmly and hold it out to everybody else to grab.
Okay. Does everybody grab it?
Yes.
I think so.
I think I'm gonna just stay free falling in the ball. Maybe below them.
So here's the thing: it says it can hold 6 people, right?
I just want to go. Bloop.
Vampires count or no?
I mean, are automatons people?
Is that right?
Let's get
Doesn't
into it.
the stick the limit is 6 people?
Yeah.
Can we
So-
turn anybody into not people?
So if Thola is not holding on and is going to just sphere into the water, then that is going to be 5 of you because of pyro.
Right. And Renestale, I'm assuming, would
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah, as does your automaton and the one who turns the page.
What about the bug? Do we have the bug amulet? The giant beetle thingy.
The fly.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and pull out the black fly and activate it.
Okay, so
And can that hold 1 or 2 people?
2 people.
2 medium.
Yep. Who's on it?
I would go now.
I'm not going on it.
okay,
Oh.
so it's Mel and Caldrum go that way, which leaves 2 spots for the other 2 to hold on to the cane.
All right.
Everybody?
That's everybody, and Thola's in her bubble.
Man.
And as soon as everybody has a hold of it, I'll speak the words.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you speak the words, and literally 2 seconds later, as you see this, it hits the water, the whole library sinking quickly, and the rest of you slowly are moving down. And Thola splashes in the sphere as it goes underwater, and then
Tell me she's having the time of her life.
That was so fun. It was so
it goes
great.
like
Can't be damaged. Just enjoying life through a bubble.
Oh my goodness.
Meanwhile,
I can't
Mal-
believe that worked.
Mal and Cal are just zipping around on this fly, like just kind of watching things and zinging around.
Yeah, can I look to see if there are any vampires that followed the falling library.
Make a perception check.
Hey, Mal, you got a bottle that needs breaking.
14.
14. You don't
Oh my
see any
gosh,
right
break
now.
it over me like a
Okay.
boat. Like
Christening
you
the
brought
sphere.
a boat, just
Oh, jeez.
Oh yes, this is great.
But Mal, you got a bottle need breaking.
I hear you. I'm going to get down to the service first, if you don't mind. Look, here they come.
Are we breaking it underneath them so that way they can just?
That is the intent, is to not have them to swim too much. When we get underneath the very slowly floating umbrella, on the fly, I'll pull out the ship in a bottle. I recall her saying you just have to break the bottle, but I don't recall exactly. It's close enough for me, so plink and let the ship appear.
All right. You fall down and you break a bottle here. And the familiar form of Gaius just expands, displacing water
Yes.
throughout. And let's see here.
I assume we're not like in the negative draw of the tower where it's gonna like pull shit down underneath it, but you never know.
I just
It's
want to
not-
hope
it's
we
not
can
there.
ride the wave in the Kestrel. That's what I.
You're
wanna do.
you're riding some waves already.
True, very true, but not for long. I need to get in there.
Yeah. All right. So, in this moment, as the boat's beginning to expand, we have some questions very fast. As you've all been sleeping and staying on the ship here, along with Gaius, he's
Oh,
been paying attention and he's been watching all of you. So one by one, what I want is you to have your characters share dreams that you have for the ship. So we can start with Caldron.
Well, the Kestrels become my home, so probably just expansion and like upgrading of the shop that is on there.
Okay. Just having it be a true home as you think of your shop, but wanting something more.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thola.
I believe definitely with. Whoa, what just happened there? With new interest in like alchemy and just like ingredients in general, just maybe a way to like speed that up, a whole system, a whole spot for alchemy and making interesting ingredients and things that could be maybe powerful.
You got it. And then Mal.
Mal sees it as a slick, clean sailing ship, full of sails, full of speed, very clean dagger hull, highly maneuverable, just like the most perfect, easy to drive, easy to manage sort of a high-speed ship you could possibly think of. Able to outrun everything or outlast everything or fire back on everything. Like his concept of this is like a fortress as home. Again, slick and clean and fast and capable, but also like kind of a thing of beauty.
All right. And then Tonk.
After discovering some of the things Redis could do, since the pieces of Redis is what gave us the ship in the first place, I've mentioned, the spell jamming, right? The idea of taking this thing out to the astral sea, but also to the sky, right? We've been in the water and we've been here and we've been dealing with these problems, but has Tonk had the dream where we take the Kestrel to the sky, and we sail it back over to the thicket, and we rain hell on the Empire to defend the very trees, like the Kestrel? We growing our own trees here? Wouldn't it be just amazing to fly this thing back to the thicket? And do what needs to be done there, too? Like, trees in the sky raining hell on the Empire. That's a dream, too.
Parachuper trees are nice.
Very nice.
But like, the part of that is also, I am beginning to feel at home in the trees of the Kestrel, the way I did in the trees of the thicket. Like, I'm especially with the change to being Warden, the naturey part of the Kestrel is very much it's pulling me back to feelings of the thicket.
Gotcha. All right, and then Chachal.
Chajal dreams.
Oh, we know.
Oh, yeah.
Caress the boat. Caress the boat.
Of smooth waters, a nice bright shining sun, and a hammock where he lays, just shaded by, the giant mast with the leaves and everything. Just, relaxing, enjoying himself. And then all of a sudden, one of Gaius' saplings tosses him off of the hammock and starts laughing as it runs away. And he, gets up. He's like, oh, you come back here. And he, chases after him, laughing the whole time. Running inside the hull of the ship, there's, areas where, everyone's just enjoying themselves and training, and there's game stations. It feels like an actual home, and everyone's running around having a good time. Nobody's hiding, and it's just feels warm. It feels like an actual place that you could live and just not have to be stressed out.
Excellent. So I think all those memories return to your characters as the ship, as you release and are coming back to what truly is for all of you a home. And with that, as kind of the waves and mist clear, we will see what y'all see next week.
Very nice. Very nice.
And for tonight, so Twitch, good night, and we will see Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, and have a great season here, and we'll see all of you next Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.